This is the FJORDUR 100 Days series, so instead of me talking about it, why don't I just show you some of the things we get up to in this series. Oh, they all just fell in the lava, are you kidding me? Bro. Oh my god. As long as I can keep up the courage rules, I don't even need the shotgun through there. Keep it. Oh, follow down. Ooh, that's not good. Oh, there goes the UV. Oh god. Ooh. This is Ark FJORDUR 100 Day series, so we're going to beat every single boss on this map, and I can't wait to get this started. So sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get straight into the 100 days. Stick around, and by the end of the video you'll know exactly how we made one of the best bases ever in Ark Survival Evolved. So we're starting off an Ark Survival Evolved FJORDUR, and I'm super excited. I've never played this map, so we got some wood, we got some thatch, and we went over to these little loot boxes, and you can actually punch them to get some pikes, metal hatches, and some pickaxes as well. So we equipped them all, and so we started exploring the boat, and we actually couldn't really find anything. So we got some more materials, we got some scrap metal in there, which actually could be very useful. We kept on running up the hill, and we actually had no stamina. So it'll take a little while, but we managed to get some flint, stone, and some materials. I didn't know what was around here, so I hit this rock, and we actually got giant bee honey from it, which is going to come in useful very soon. Got some clothing, so we got some fibre clothing. Killed a dodo. We harvested the dodo. We actually run into our first modded creature on this series. I don't know what that thing is. It looks cool, looks dangerous, not going anywhere near it. At this point we ran up the beach a bit, and I had to make a campfire. FJORDUR is extremely cold, as I'm going to figure this out later on in the series. Well, I made a fire and we cooked some meat, and there was a pig mastic, so you know what I had to do. I had to brutally murder the pig mastics. And guess what? There was another one, so I brutally murdered that one too. So we started building some thatch foundations. We had one, we had two, we had three, and that's all I could afford. So we put a bed down, and that was basically my house. It was very cold, and I couldn't move from the campfire because I was absolutely freezing on this map. We made a few ceilings. I didn't have any wood left, so I was rushing my way to build this, so I just built a thatch house. Well, a thatch roof at least. Put a door down, just like so. Only a thatch, but it's fine for now. And we got a little house, so I could actually escape the cold in here. So I took some time grinding some wood, some trees and stuff, and we made a raft. Obviously I want to try to make a raft base just so I can explore the map a little bit. So we put some foundation down, and yeah, that was all I could afford. Viking boat, but it didn't really work. I mean, it kind of looks like a Viking boat, right? Come on. It looks pretty good. Come on now. So I finished putting the walls and the doors down. Put some chests down as well. And we're actually on day 2. There was a bunch of seagulls. They're the worst things in the world, and we'll find out why very soon. So I found my first tame. I wanted to tame this dodo. Pretty pink, and it's because of the Valentine's Day. It looked super cool, but the seagull was a nuisance, and it stole most stuff, and he kept attacking me. At this point I was getting very low health, and I was struggling and running out of food. I didn't have a bow or anything to kill this thing with, so I was hiding on my raft, and I was freezing to death, so I had to get out of the water really quickly. So I ended up making a bow, made some arrows, and I wanted revenge. So I was seeking out where this seagull was. Seagull's actually the worst thing in the world. Hit a few shots, just like this, oof, and we actually got it down. There was a new trike here, and I didn't know what it was, but I wanted to go explore a little bit, so we took our boat, we tamed the dodo, and it was pretty easy, to be fair. Thinking it'd be a good idea if I just go back to my little boat I made. Turns out it was a bad idea, and I was pretty much going to die. I kept trying to eat food, see if it would heal me, but I kind of realised I had screwed myself over, and well, yeah, there you go. First death for the series. Great. So we came back, I ran over to the campfire, and it was still, yep, we died again. So at this point we died again. The cold is actually ridiculous on this map. So at this point I regretted my Ark life choices. We managed to get home and I started building my base. We had a few wooden walls and we made a stone door. Well, a door frame and a door, I guess. Well, we went outside and we actually found a first modded creature. He was fighting a trike, but it seemed like he actually didn't mind that he was hitting us with our crossbow. So we kept doing it and we eventually got it down. I don't know what this thing is. It's an itchy overnator, and it would actually become one of my favourite teams on the whole 100 days, so keep watching and you'll find out why. So we tamed it up and we took him back to our cave. Some time had passed and we were getting chased by an Andrewsarchus. I went round to one side of the map and we was getting chased. I didn't realise how fast these things actually was. So I was running around. It was chasing us for a long time, and we eventually died again. I respawned, and I wanted to tame one of these things, so I fed it some honey, and we jumped on it. Now this is a minigame that you have to do, and you just basically have to press the button, and we tamed the thing. So this was basically our first tame, and it was kind of insane. I never used one of these things, but the abilities were super cool. You can actually jump, run around, and I think if you get their saddle, you can actually become immune to a lot of stuff. So I took the Andrewsarchus around for a little bit, leveled it up, healed it up, and well, we came against one of these things. I don't know what this thing actually was, and it's kind of insane. This is one of the modded creatures, and we realised we didn't have much health, and it could actually electrocute you, so we ran the heck away. Luckily the Andrewsarchus can run really fast. So we were coming on to day 6 and I wasn't happy living in a cave, so we actually moved to this little island down in the south of the world, and well, I had to build the foundations again, so it took a little while, but we got things going, got some foundations, and I got some walls set up. We didn't really have too much stuff in a moment, and we still only had the Andrewsarchus. So this part of the video, actually a clip of the video actually corrupted, and sadly we lost our Andrewsarchus. There was basically like this massive crocodile that could actually walk on all fours, and it was kind of crazy. We'll probably see one of them in the future, so don't worry. But the Andrewsarchus did die, and we tamed a pterodon as well, but obviously the footage corrupted. We went round on the pterodon. We found some actually modded creatures, which are kind of insane, I can't lie. So we moved over to the other little island, and the pterodon died as well, to the same crocodile. So we got a smithy, we got a refining forge, and we rung Chunk over as well, because he was basically our last tame. So we put a bed down, we got some storage boxes, and we started finishing up this tiny little base. We've got a few little walls. I wanted to do stone railings just because I think it looked nicer. I like the aesthetic of it, and I kind of wanted an open base, obviously because we're not doing PvP, so I didn't really have to worry about anyone raiding us. Maybe a few dinos, but that's besides the point. So I added railings to this side as well, and everything seemed to be pretty good, I'll be honest. We got our first base basically pretty much finished. We just had to do a roof. I was just going to do a simple roof with walls, and we actually found a modded another creature. So this was a Delta Dromus, and apparently you can only tame it at night, so that's what I did. I went round feeding berries for the whole night, and we actually tamed up very easily. It was a passive tame, and all it took was I think like 20 mega berries. Very easy. So I looked and I went back and made the saddle. We got the saddle and we put it on. I want to see what this thing does. It was pretty cool, and it had lights on his head. It was actually so weird. It was basically just like a massive compy, and I was super excited to actually use a new creature in Ark. So I flew around for a little bit, and we actually found some Deinonychus. I didn't know they actually spawned on this map, but I knew there was going to be nests around here, and I wanted a few eggs. So I made sure to take them all off the cliff, and we got the first Deinonychus egg. I checked it, and it was a level 150. Now, there was a few more down there, and I had to make sure the coast was clear. So I dragged a few off, and I got the rest of these nests. And we had another 145. The luck was actually insane. I took the eggs home and came back, and I was doing some exploring, and we found this creature. It basically is shooting poison at us, and it absolutely tanked our pterodon. It got it down to like half health. So we took a little while exploring and didn't really find anything until someone said the new Desmondus the bats were actually in this cave. So I wanted to quickly go have a look and hopefully not die. I put down some beds and I had some blood packs on me, but I didn't really realise how many I'd need. So I put some beds down just in case I did die, and we ran into the cave. I was very skeptical, but I wanted to see what levels they were. Oh, that was a lot of bats. So I was kind of petrified at this point, and I made sure I had some beds. So we went back into the cave, and I used my spyglass to see what level it was. And it was a level 145 on the first bat. But I didn't have enough blood packs, so I went back home and we started making some more progress. We went round and we got some materials and we managed to make a fabricator, which is going to make a lot more progress to those 100 days. Honestly, at this point, I've just been exploring the new map. It was so cool. That was one of the notifications for actually our Twitch chat. Now, to make anything in a fabricator, we actually do need organic polymer. Now, my best idea for this was trying to kill penguins, but there was nowhere near the snow. And did you see that was that just me, or did you just see that, by the way? What? Found a dung beetle, and I was actually getting beaten up by the dung beetle. I didn't have any stamina, and he kept like standing us. So eventually, I was like, "I'll leave him be," and I went for a swim. I wanted to use this time to say, have you, not me, have you subscribed to my channel? Because listen, we're getting 5,500 subscribers now, which is kind of insane. I'm growing very quickly, and I appreciate if you do like, comment, and subscribe. Moving on to day 10, we actually had one of the Deinonychus eggs, and I want to hatch it. I want to have a tame which can actually kill some things. I know Chunk's powerful, but I wouldn't say he's the most powerful dinosaur in the world, maybe. So we got our Deinonychus and we raised it up for a little while, got some imprint on it, and we actually had 100% imprint on it, which is very handy. We didn't need a cryopod. So I actually forgot to record for this bit, but we tamed an RG. It was pretty simple. We made a dinosaur gate trap, so basically 3 dinosaur gates, 2 doors, we threw it in and knocked it out. That was all it was. It was pretty simple. So I brought over a Doedicurus back to our island and I knocked that out too with the RG. We was flying the RG, carrying a Doedicurus. And we got some stone. He was very picky on what stones he had got, but on day 11 we went round on the RG and we found a Karcher. So obviously this thing is a new creature to Ark, and it's very powerful, even as powerful as a Giga. And then we decided to knock it out. We had a fierce battle with this Anki. I'm joking. It was very easy. We just used some trank arrows and it eventually was going to get knocked out. I think the X-Ankies do have a bit of resistance, but we was easily able to knock it out. So while I was taming, I was basically going around trying to get a few drops, and we actually got an Ascendant Sword, which is kind of insane. There was a beaver dam down here, and there was a beaver staring at me as well. I stole their stuff, and I wanted to destroy the house, but I thought there was going to be a lot of beavers, so I quickly made my exit, and RG came and picked me up. I was not going to get moved by beavers. I hate beavers, man. Honestly, I hate them. So now we was back home, the Anki was actually already tamed, and we put down some more refining forges. I realised to actually make any progress, I'm going to have to get an industrial forge. And to do this, I was going to need a bunch of metal and wood. Now, if I was going to build the refining forge somewhere, I needed a place to put it. So I thought I'd make a extra room next to my house. Not too big, but not very small, because this refining forge is actually going to be massive. So we put some foundations down, we put some walls down, and we just made a little base. I didn't want it to be exactly a square, but it turned out being like that pretty much anyway. A generator, and we put that down too, put a cable down, and we put an outlet box on top. So using some of the organic polymer and the electronics we got earlier and the silica pearls, we made a refrigerator and we put that down. So, using my new Anki and my RG, I decided that I was going to fly over to a metal spot on this map, someone in Twitch actually said this to me, so thank you, Nikki, I appreciate it. This metal spot had so many, and there was just some like different sloth things that I'd never seen before. But we basically sat here for a little while getting tons and tons and tons of metal, like more metal than we can actually ever carry. It was crazy. Into the refining forge. And then we put down a door to finish it off. So moving on to day 13, and I wanted to actually add some decoration. So we made some modded crafting tables, I guess these was. We went through and we found a load of different items. So I placed some crystals down. We had a white crystal, we had a yellow crystal, we had some more yellow crystals, and they actually made the base look so cool. And we named our Deinonychus Toby, which actually looked really cool, and he's one of the people in our Twitch chat. Now I found a redwood tree, and I wanted to put some redwood trees because just look at that thing. Look how big that tree is, and I actually made a snappable redwood tree behind our house, and I had an idea for this, which is going to be really cool, but I needed some wood, so I went and got some wood. So I made another one, and I was basically just putting redwood trees wherever I could at this point. And I went out quickly trying to get a few drops and make a few cryopods. So that's what I did. I made exactly this many. So day 15 we actually had this thing, which is a Valley Bononetrix, and it can stun. Good thing we had our Deltadromus and Toby, our Deinonychus, with us, otherwise we probably would have died. But this thing absolutely shredded it. She found a 140 straight away. Now this was in quite a cold area, so I had to do this very quickly. So I basically got the snow owl to follow us, and I tried to find a good place where we could trap it. So I found a good place, and I jumped off my RG and got my net gun out, and whoosh. We actually managed to just basically trap it. So I put down some traps, and I realised I forgot to bring the doors. So I started shooting it, and it did seem to be trapped. So I netted it again and just basically kept hitting it with trank darts and nets. However, I forgot there was a cooldown, and when I did, well, there we go. So I tried to follow this thing for a little bit, and it took a little while, and you'll see why. So at this point I basically just gave up. We running out of stamina, and the snow owl basically just faded into the water for some reason. However, we flew back and we actually found a 150 snow owl. So what we did is we took it back all the way back to our base, and I thought I was just going to trap it there. So what I did is I got a net gun, and boom, there we go. That's all we had to do. And I put some dinosaur gates just like that. However, I didn't have a door, so I had to go back and make one and to try and get back in trap again, which I did, and we eventually got it knocked out. So I ran back, got some food, got some primary, and fed it. There we go. It was already starved out by the time I got there anyway. So we have our snow owl, who looks really cool. See what it's like. I haven't used the snow owl in actually ages. So it was that time again, and I added some more decoration. I added these super cool like flaming skulls to the front of our base, and I added a few more trees as well. There's some really cool trees in this mod. They're all eco mods, so basically it's all decoration. We actually added this T-Rex topiary. It's actually so cool looking. I couldn't believe there were so many. We added some glowing stuff as well. These are like mushrooms or just glow mushrooms. We'll make the base look super cool. We made a primordial snow owl saddle as well. So it changed the saddle look and how the snow owl actually functioned. It actually gave it a lot more damage as well. And we also made a volcanic saddle for the RG, which basically gives him a little mask. We added a fallen redwood tree just so I thought so I could block off an entrance for a little bit. I wanted it to be a small area where we just have our little safe little place. I needed more refining forges, so that's what I did, and I realised there was a parasaur, which is an arsehole. So I needed to go get on Toby, and we can actually just, you know, murder it. So I needed some more resources, and I realised the best way to do this was probably make a chainsaw. So I went over there and got some more wood, and I realised I was just going to get some part of the RG right there and chop the tree down. Yeah, you saw that correctly. I was sitting there and I wasn't even hitting the RG and we managed to kill it with a chainsaw. I was so actually pissed off. Like, I couldn't believe it. I legit just stopped. Like, I was actually stunned. So we dropped all the wood and obviously the parasaur was still after us. So I was punching him and I was drowning at this point. So I had to drop the wood and go back home and try and sort things out. So we went and we got on Toby and I absolutely murdered this parasaur. So at this point I was like giving up on Ark. I was like, screw this. I quit the game. New day and new Ark session. Well, I came back onto Ark and I decided I was going to tackle a cave. We're going into the Aberration Cave, which is on one of the bottom islands on the map. However, I realised I was going to try and get crystal, because I knew there's going to be crystal in this map, like in this cave in here. But there was ravagers, and I didn't really have anything to kill them with, so I let the Anki go for it, done some decent damage, and we just basically tried to kill him on our snow owl. They were doing a lot of damage though, and the bleed was actually disgusting, like how much damage it was doing. The Anki really didn't help too much. So I just sat here just eating the Ravager for like next 40 minutes. I realised that I did bring Yankee, however I didn't bring a saddle. Why do I do this? Like, it always happens to me. But I've spent this time getting some blue gems and getting a bunch of crystal with my hands. And I did have the RG on me, which I tamed another one, by the way. Yeah, I tamed another one. I was giving up. So we tamed another RG and we used that to bring all the crystal back. And I had the blue gems, so I thought, why not make a glide suit? It actually might save me at some point. So I made a glide suit and I put it on my armor. So I obviously had the metal that we gathered earlier, and I was basically just waiting for a few days to actually get all this metal so we could actually make the industrial forge. Having an industrial forge is going to make us make so much progress, it's ridiculous. We'll be able to cook so much metal so quickly and get so much gasoline as well. And get charcoal, which can be very, very useful. So I put a refining forge in our little building to the right and put the metal we had into the refining forge. I also realised that our dinosaurs were starving because I didn't put down feeding troughs, so I done that as well. So I was streaming this obviously, and I was looking through all the different mods we had, and we could actually make a little Viking horse chibi and an ending polo, and he would join us for the rest of our adventure. So look, just look how cute he is. Come on, you can't say he's not cute. Come on. So I got some building into our house, which I've just made, by the way. It was kind of crazy. I had an idea that I wanted to build a house, so that's what I did. I put some foundation down, a few wood walls, and I started building the actual door. Now I wanted a place to actually have a house, just so I can have my bed in there and actually design a house. I'm not really built an Ark, like a house in Ark, but I basically went back to Aberration Cave, and this time I remembered the saddle. We took the X-Anki all the way down, and we got a bunch of crystal, just like this. There was so much, it was actually ridiculous. This Anki is so broken. So it's actually the first time using a glide suit properly in the series to actually do something. So in the Aberration Cave, there was more Ravagers, and I was trying to size up, see if we could actually get this, but there was a red drop. So, you know what? I thought, why not? We're going to kill these Ravagers. Let's get the Anki and let's do this. So I did. There was so many Ravagers. This X-Anki absolutely destroyed them though. They did do a lot of damage thanks to their bleed. However, we was actually maybe fine. No, we're fine. This one Ravager though, like, why has he got so much health? Just die, honestly. So we ran over to Red Drop and we actually got an Ascendant chest piece with 700% armor. 700! And we had like 500 durability on it as well. But I went back to the base and yeah, we started to build some more redwood stuff. So obviously because we had the snappable redwood tree, I put a platform on it. I don't know where to put it, so I decided I'd go for the lowest one. And we took our RG and flew up there. Obviously, I put a tree sap down ages and ages ago, but we got the sap from it now, so it's very, very useful. this was obviously the first time that I could actually look at my base from up in the air, so you know what, I took it in, I took a few selfies, we in the chat, we also had a look. We was basically just sitting here for a little while, and I was just like, I'm gonna fly down, and that's why I didn't. Obviously, we have more and more trees. There's so many trees in this, but I added some more mushrooms, some more trees, and a load of different decoration, just to like make the base look more colourful. We had cute little trees and little plants as well. Stuff that's going to make it stand out, and just make the base look more full, I guess. That's basically what I was going for. So I put down little shrubs like that, and most of these would glow in the dark as well, so they look pretty cool. You can't lie, come on. So on this day, we realised we need more and more organic polymer. So where did I go? I went back to Volcano Island, and we got to a more mantis. There was a load of mantis here, and we actually got so much organic polymer. I think we actually nearly got 400 in total, just from like a few mantis. But that was a pink wyvern. A whole pink wyvern, and it was level 185, so I was like, screw that, I'm out of here. Me and Chunk ran away, and we survived to live another day. However, I realised I need more metals, so we took out the RG and the X Anki to a different metal spot this time, and this one wasn't as far, so I basically got as much metal as I could. So I got like 12,000 metal in the end. It's kind of insane, I can't lie. The X Anki had done its job, and we can actually get and craft whatever we want with all this metal. I went back into our fabricator and we made a chem bench, which was going to make us make narcotics and all the gunpowder we need in the future. So there we go. We put a chem bench all the way down. I didn't know where to put this thing, to be fair. So I was thinking I'm going to put it over there next to the fridge, but I actually placed it down right there. This is S+1, so we don't need actual gasoline in it. We can actually just use the energy. So we made a ton, and I mean a ton, of gunpowder and narcotics. So, day 22, and I thought we'd go to the Batcave. We're calling it the Batcave from now on. However, I took the RG with a bunch of stuff. We obviously have a ton of beds in here, but I bought a load of metal fence foundations as well, so we could trap off the whole area and kill the bats that we don't want to kill. There's going to be more than just 1 or 2 bats in here, so obviously the 145 is still in there, as this is the cave we found from earlier. But I brought a few things, and I was just going to place the metal foundation, fence foundations, just like this. Basically, they can't go through metal fence foundations, so you basically block off an entrance very easily. So we got these all down, just like so, and I had to make sure there was no areas where they could actually get through. So I destroyed this rock real quick, and there we go. I eventually had a look at the horse. I was just like talking on Twitch chat, but there we go. We put down the fence foundations, put a few down, and I was ready. There's so many bats in here, but we want a level 145. So I walked a bit too far forward, and I realised I angered the whole flock of bats. So basically, using the gunpowder we got from our chem bench, we would make a few shotgun shells, and you know what I'm going to use them for. So we netted one of the bats, and this one actually picked us up. We had blood packs in our inventory that I made, and we actually managed to tame a low-level bat. I wanted to get this one just in case we had a backup, and the 145 was still there on the floor. However, this thing wouldn't land, and I couldn't really put it in a cryopod, but I managed to get it and trap the other one in a net. So the other one, 145, picked us up as well. Took a little while to tame, but we managed to get that one too, and it came out at a 186. Obviously, we didn't get the taming effectiveness, but we have a 186 bat. Picked up a drop on the way back, and we got a few different things, to be fair. A lot of blueprints, but you know. We got a Desmondus saddle, and we put it onto the bat. This is my first time ever using a bat, so it's pretty cool, and I did not know what all the abilities done, but Twitch chat helped me out, and I was basically able to get a ton of blood packs, which can actually create these things called sanguine elixirs, which help you with imprinting and taming. It does 30%, so they're kind of powerful, I'm not gonna lie. You know what, I'm going to take this time to thank everyone in the TikTok and Twitch and YouTube chats. We've been streaming it all on all them platforms, but I appreciate you all. We got all the way to day 24 already. It's gone crazy quick. We've been streaming this all on Twitch and TikTok. Just search GlowUmbra and I appreciate if you do go follow. But we decided to do some building and I wanted to make this house look really cool. So I got some greenhouse windows and I placed them all around. I wanted this area to be really cool, so we got some stairs and I wanted to make this house not just one level. We picked up this bench and there we go. We had stairs to literally nowhere, but that's fine. I went back and made some stone ceilings and I thought I'd use this as a second floor level. I put a staircase so we could go up into another level, but I thought I might just stick for 2 for now. So I put some ceilings down and we made a little balcony bit out the front as well. I thought it'd look really nice, and we used some triangle ceilings as well, trying to just like differentiate a bit because everything was just square, every building I had, which I didn't want it to look like that. But we made a few pillars, put them down as well, just like so, and I put some down this side as well. Made some more windows and put them pretty much everywhere around the house. This is going to be a lodger's house, and we had the wooden railings as well, and we put some doors and some more windows. Look, make the house super cool. And we added a wooden roof with stone ceiling. Listen, I have no idea what I just said, but yeah, we put a stone ceiling on, and this is very tricky. I built this very weird, even with S+, like, it was just holes everywhere. We also made an aquarium. This is from the Eco Terrariums mod, and this one is actually one of my favorite mods. I had these around everywhere, but we added some pillars around the side of it to add it, like, to give it some more features, you know. It just makes it stand out a lot more, and it makes it fit in, I feel like. It just looks super cool. But we made a bed as well. This is from Viking mod, I'm pretty sure. One of the eco mods as well. So we done some decoration, and I thought I'll test my luck, you know. Why not go get a wyvern egg? So, you know what? That's what I did. I went and got a wyvern egg. We used the mat and we can actually go invisible, which is going to make it super easy. Hopefully we can get out very quickly. There's a lot of fire wyverns down here, and there's a trench for every single wyvern. Obviously not the crystal or the verdwall is the tech wyvern, but we can get all the other ones. So this is the first egg we found, and would you believe it or not, it is a level 185. 185 on the first egg we found. Obviously I was invisible, but once I got off I wouldn't have been invisible anymore. So we take the egg and we run the hell away, or we fly away more like. But yeah, we can go invisible again, and I thought this would actually cloak us from the wyverns, but it does not. So we're getting chased by wyverns now. So I come out of invisibility and I did manage to get away from him. We go a little further and we actually have a supply drop, so I stopped for that on the way home. There we go, we got an Ascendant simple pistol. I'm going to have to put that to use at some point. We came back and we put the egg into the refrigerator. And we're getting attacked by a seagull again. Later that night, I decided I was going to hatch the wyvern. We waited a little while and it actually got days, so it's on the next couple of days, and we got an event. We got a pink event wyvern, 185 as well. It was the one we saw earlier in the series. I couldn't believe it, honestly. It was the luck of getting a one wyvern which was pink in the whole trench was actually insane. I was super happy though, and yeah, we just basically wanted to let it grow up and imprint it as when we can. So there we go. We had it grow up and I could do the final imprint, so we got 100% imprint on it. Didn't have that good health stats, but the melee and the stamina stats were pretty good, and we named it Pinky as well, obviously because it's pink. Obviously, I couldn't have a wyvern without trying it out first. I haven't used a wyvern for a little while, so I started burning everything I could find and killing legit anything. Obviously, we needed meat for some of the drops as well, so I was like, why not? It's a perfect opportunity. Now I had fun with my wyvern, I wanted to carry on building my house a little bit. So I added a few more things. We had a little table here, based like a little beer table, and we added a bookcase as well. Just make it feel more homely, you know. And we added a desk upstairs in our little bedroom as well. Now, that is a fountain. That is a fountain and a half. And I decided I didn't want that fountain. It was too big. So we went outside to put some benches down, and I had a look at one of the eco terrariums I made. Look at this thing. Like, it's actually insane. Look. So this is a cave terrarium with the broodmother in, which is super, super cool. And we added a fountain as well. We added a few more bushes and hanging baskets outside the house, and we added a little fountain. And of course, we have a little bonsai tree inside. And a super crazy bright chandelier. It wasn't as big as I thought it was in the picture, so we have a little chandelier up on the roof. Moving on to day 27, we actually went back to the aberration cave, which we was in a couple times earlier, but I realised it's actually red gems in here. So I got a load. We were going to need them if we ever tame rock drakes, so got a load and carried a few on my Desmo. We haven't fully gone into the cave, but I didn't know it was actually in here, and it turns out there's actually a crab, which is super cool. We could get a crab eventually, but yeah, and I thought there'd be a few more loot drops in here, and I noticed there was actually a few rock drakes down the back, but the crab really got my attention because if I land, it could have grabbed me off, so I had to be very careful here and kind of just dodge the crab for a little bit. But I went back over here and there was the invisible rock drakes, and there was a few megalosaurs as well, so I thought, I don't know if what the rock drakes still dropped on this map, maybe it'll drop something different, so I thought I might as well try and kill one. The shotgun actually didn't do too much damage. It's only a primitive one, so obviously we can't really do much damage with it, so I thought I'd kill it with a bat. So I dragged it over here and basically just went at it for a few minutes. And we eventually managed to kill it. It didn't drop anything else, sadly, but we managed to get this drop, and I land, and there was a Palovia. Thank God I had my shotgun on me, otherwise this could have been bad. I wouldn't have been able to kill it. The Desmo is completely fine, and we managed to kill the Palovia. I hate those things. I made sure the coast was clear. After that I was on PTSD, but we opened it and we got a compound bow, a journeyman one, so that could be very good in the future. I went outside and there was basically some oil rocks here, so I basically got them and I accidentally hit the Brontos, so I had to murder that too. It was like a joint effort, why not? We finally got back to the base and I added more terrariums from the Eco Terrariums mod, and this is a bioluminescent terrarium. It just makes it look really cool. However, I need some meat, so I went out and I found an alpha megalodon on Chunk. Now, I didn't realise he actually gets a buff in the water. Like, he was doing insane amounts of damage, and I can stun an alpha megalodon. So, it wasn't that bad, to be fair. I was just basically sitting here for like, at least like 10 minutes, just biting away. And the alpha megalodon, but I stunned it and I could basically just chomp away. There's a few mantas and stuff, but we can easy clear them. So we managed to kill it, and there we go. I got the loot, we got a bag, and I actually managed to get a few things here. Obviously, you get runestones, which you can open. Actually, I'll save that for now. We can do them later on in 100 days. But we actually got a valuable metrics. The footage just corrupt, I'm sorry. Listen, this is my first 100 days, don't blame me, okay? But this thing, it wasn't that hard to tame, we just knocked out in a little trap, and yeah, it was pretty good to be fair. Obviously, I didn't know what the abilities actually did, so I was basically just going around biting everything. But it has a swipe, it has a bite, and yeah, I was just basically just trying it out. So, as I was spamming different buttons, it kicked me off, and, well, look at the feet. Oh my god, look how cute this thing is. Come on, it sits down. Like, have you ever seen a dinosaur that does this? No, look how cute that thing is. I was legit just amazed. I was just staring at it for like 20 minutes. But I did find one ability it does. It does like a super swim ability, which is pretty cool. After having my fun on the valuable metrics, this was apparently a cave. One of the people in Twitch, also known as Unicorn, said there was a cave in here, so that's what I did. I went in and looked for the entrance, and it was actually back here. Now obviously the Desmo can go to caves, so it wasn't going to be that difficult, even though I kept getting stuck like everywhere. I didn't even know what was going on, honestly. I have played Ark before, trust me. I kept getting stuck on the Desmo, but we're going to go in the cave, and I didn't know what was going to be in here, but it's only a small cave. It'd be pretty cool to build like a little base in here, but there was a few scorpions and snakes and spiders and stuff. However, we cleared these out quite quickly, and there was a few bats, so we could take them out as well. Once we had taken out every single creature in this cave, we basically, I don't know, I had to look around, see if there's anything. It was only a small cave, and I don't think there was actually much in here, but I did notice there was silica pearls in the water, and we do need a lot of silica pearls. So I went for a swim, hoping there'd be no piranhas, and there wasn't, so it's safe. I was flying back, and it got extremely cold, and I didn't realise my health. I was trying to eat, but the temperature was actually like negative 34 or something like that. So it's kind of insane. Yep, you did see that right. We did die again. Listen, I've died more to the cold than anything on this map. I should have fur by now, but you know, I was just using armor, you know. So we respawned and it was still freezing. It was crazy. Like nothing was stopping this. I think it was like minus 28 something. It's got crazy cold. So the only way to combat that, I sat in the circle of fires for the next like whole day. Had an idea of using the snow owl to actually heal us while it was freezing. Even though it would freeze even more, we can actually out heal it. So we just stayed on the snow owl and it slowly started to get warmer. So we went and got a body. Yep, everything was still there. There was nothing dangerous, luckily. It could have been like, I don't even know if the Desmo was actually on neutral or not. So we used a day 28 to actually go and find something for the boss fights. And there was a level 156 Tech Rex. Now, normally I just go for the normal Rexes because they're a lot easier to find. However, I thought I can't pass up this opportunity. So we made a trap, and that's what we did. So all I need for this trap was some 3 dinosaur gates. Actually, no, it's 4 dinosaur gates and 2 bear traps. And it's going to go very simple, just like this. You may be new to Ark and you never tamed a T-Rex before. Well, this is how. Quite simple, to be fair. There's probably an easy way to do it, don't blame me, but this is how I done it. I basically just attracted him to the dino gates and put the bear traps down, and there you go, the bear traps activate and he's stuck. So you fly around the back of the dinosaur. He can escape quite quickly, but as long as you place the dinosaur gateway, there we go. And he's completely stuck. There we go. That's basically what you do for a high level Rex. We've been shooting this thing for a little while and we got through so many train carriers. I didn't realise how many it take, but we did eventually get down. And, well, I realised that was on the bat and we didn't have a way to get prime meat easily. So, yeah. Obviously the bat only harvests spoiled meat and normal regular meat, so you can't get prime from it. So I went on a hunt for prime, put it in the inventory, and we had ourselves a Tech Rex. Pretty good level as well, I'm not gonna lie. Took him back home and we actually put another saddle on him. So this is the organic saddles mod and this is a ember saddle. How sick does this look on the Tech Rex? It changes the saddle and it gives them a buff. It basically lets you not overheat when you're on the saddle. So it can be pretty good for like volcano islands. We was running low on shotgun ammo and I made a load of gunpowder with the industrial forge that we got. So, you know, I crafted a ton and then I threatened Grape. There was something in my chat called Grape. Obviously the dodo is named after him and I was threatening him a little bit. Look, he was scared. He was really scared. The shotgun was basically right in his head. Let's be honest here. Look how frightened he is. To be fair, he didn't move muscle, but that's a pretty good cinematic shot. Come on, you can't lie. Come on now. There was also some noise outside, so yep, that thing died. I hate those things, honestly. And then what did I do? I decided I wanted to go to Asgard again. I don't know why, don't blame me. We needed to find another Tech Rex. And Chunk came on from the journey. I don't know how that happened. He was nowhere near, but Chunk is now with us. And he had a good adventure. I'm going to put him straight into the cryopod because otherwise he will die. This is me, and we have been streaming on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. This bit might be actually super dark, but I couldn't really do anything to it. Even after post-production, it didn't really change anything. But we managed to find nothing in Asgard, obviously, so we came back here and we trapped a new creature called a Tyrannotitan. Now, this thing, it could fit through these gates, and I did not know that at the time, so I was trying my best and we failed miserably. However, I decided just to shoot on the bat and see what happened. So I basically just flew above it, keep shooting it, and we eventually got a 217 Tyraniditan. So it's pretty cool. It's basically like a T-Rex, but it has like a shorter, I don't know what you call it, like move around ability. Has a cool roar, and it's a very, very loud. It's basically just a T-Rex and like an allosaur put together. It's really weird. One of my favourite things about this dino is the roar. Just listen to this. I'm pretty sure they stole that from another mod, but you know. Now putting the Tyraniditan back, we hatched another wyvern, and would you believe it? It's another 185, the exact same wyvern we got before, the same as Pinky. Like, what? What is the chances? We've got two Valentine's wyverns together, and now we can actually breed them. So we basically got infinite Pinky wyverns. I don't know what we're going to use them for, but we could use them eventually. Maybe for some of the actual world bosses that we've got to defeat, because I know there's a few in this mod. So I sat here for a little while and wait for them to mate, and they had an egg. And I waited for a few more, and we eventually got to put them into the storage box. But I also took the dung beetle, and there was corrupted footage, so I'm sorry. But we got a dung beetle. Most of this will all be on the stream, like, when I do it, so if you want to see it live, go check out GlowUmbra on Twitch and TikTok and everything else. But yeah, there we go. We put the wyvern eggs back in the fridge. I wanted to add some more functionality and some cool looks to this base, so I thought, why not go get some wood, farm a load of wood, and then we can make another snappable redwood tree. I love these things, and having the redwood platforms just around is going to make it so much easier, because there's going to be loads and loads of dinosaurs by the time we get to day 100. It's going to be insane, and I really can't wait, because I want to see all the new creatures and stuff. There's so many in this mod. So that's what we did. We flew on the RG, and I was tempted to put it up there, but I decided to go the lower one, and we put down another platform. I added some decoration to the platform, only a little bit because there was going to be a load of dinos on here, but we had little fire baskets and added a nice little touch. I can't lie. Come on, come on, come on. They look good. Come on, you have to admit they look cool. After the fire baskets, I was kind of in a building mood, so we made a few Zen lamps, and it looked really, really cool. And I kind of wanted to build like a road without a road between the both houses, but yeah, we've done that, and we lit these little things as well. So it made a little pathway between the main base and the little house we built. So day 30, I didn't know what I had planned, but I did find out this. How sick does that look? So I found out what the Valley Bonnetrix actually does. You can basically have the jellyfish's effect for 300 seconds. And it basically doesn't get stunned by him either while you have the effect, which is pretty broken, I can't lie. That's exactly what I did. I went and I found some jellyfish, and we actually get a bunch of biotoxins, so it's going to really help us make a load of tranquilizer darts, and it's going to be so good. We can get just biotoxins so much easier, especially when we have this electricity ability as well. It just makes gathering biotoxin stuff so much easier. It was doing a crazy amount of damage to us, and we was getting very low health. Even with the electricity ability, this thing was just getting shredded. So I came back with Mr. Chunk, and we could stun it and obviously just instantly destroy it. Mr. Chunk is becoming like one of the most OP dinos ever. Later on that day, I went and I decided I wanted to go to Asgard again. There was a specific tame here that I actually wanted to get, and you can actually only find him in Asgard, so that's what we did. We teleported to Asgard, and we actually came out in a pretty safe place. So I spent the morning trying to find this thing. Quite elusive, I can't lie, but we did eventually manage to find it. And we found a 150 gas bag. Now, my idea for this was just trying to use billboards to try and trap it, so that's what I tried. I attempted. So I got off my Desmo and got my billboards out, and we went for it. This thing, I don't know. I saw this on YouTube. I was just like, you know, I'd just try and trap it like this, and I mean, it just walked out of it. So But eventually I decided I would basically go back and pick up my billboards and we're going to try again a different way. So I had a new plan. I was just like, I'm just going to trap it. So that's what I did. I trapped it and built a little pen for it just so it couldn't escape, and I started to trank it out. And would you believe it or not, there's a lot of gas bags around here. Like, I knocked out the one and it was slowly getting more torpor because I was shooting it, and its friend came over and decided to attack me. I was getting chased non-stop by this little gas bag and I was getting thrown around all over the place. But luckily we did nearly manage to get it knocked out until this thing came over and it knocked it out for me. It was attacking a bit, but we did manage to kill it. And while the thing was taming, I went over and we found a Maywing. I didn't have any trank darts left on me or trank arrows left on me, so I started beating the crap out of it. And eventually, well, that happened. And we got it knocked out. It was pretty much the easiest tame I've ever done in my life. So yeah, we basically got a Maywing and we got a gas bag just straight away. After a little while, the Maywing tamed and we was able to put him into a cryopod. Now we waited a little while and the gas bag tamed as well, and we could put him into a cryopod as well. Luckily we had so many cryopods. So before I went home, someone in Twitch chat actually reminded me that we could get gachas in Asgard. So that's what I did. I went and tried to find some gachas. However, they didn't really want my stone or my flint, so I tried a new tactic. I made a dinosaur gateway and I threw it at them. You know, I expected these gachas to be hungry and something, but they would not eat my food. They were very angry and sad gachas. So it took me a little while and I was really trying. Look, I tried little stone amounts, I picked up my gateway and tried it on a different one, and he still wouldn't eat. I didn't want to do it at this point, but I had an idea. Apparently in Vanaheim there's also gachas, so I went on a hunt and see if we can actually find gachas in that zone instead. So we're in Vanaheim. It's the first time I've actually been here on this 100 days, so I've never actually been to this zone. It's a pretty cool zone, I can't lie. It looks really cool. Apparently there's like bloodstalkers and stuff like this, and we do obviously have some mods in here. So there's other creatures like this Plateosaurus, which is pretty cool. But yeah, we're just going to go around, try and explore around here and see if there's any new cool dinos and try and find some gachas, obviously. I took a little while and I came across this blue frog. Now someone in Twitch chat, also known as Nikki, wanted the frog. Wanted me to get the frog so bad. So I was like, why not, you know? I'll tame a frog. I mean, it might be actually be useful to get kiting and stuff later on. So I killed this terror bird and then we thought about taming the frog. This terror bird, I hate terror birds. They're the worst things in the world. I eventually got my net gun out and we basically just trapped the frog. It was going to be easy to knock this thing out. It was only a low level, so a few trank darts and it would eventually go down. There we go, it's unconscious. We just needed to get some meat and stuff and put it in the inventory, and eventually we would have a tamed up frog. There we go. And then eventually I cryoed the frog as well. Good thing we had so many cryopods, it was ridiculous. When flying around, I actually found one of these massive giant bug beetle things, and I wasn't too sure if it was passive tame or not, so I'll have to come back and try and get one eventually. But we did eventually find some gachas, and these hopefully would have been some happy gachas. So I threw out some stones, some fibre, anything they would actually eat, and I threw out my dinosaur gateway, and I had a feeling he was going to eat it. Just slowly. He sat down and it looked like he was about to eat something. So, oh my god. He finally did. The other gachas are so annoying, but this one was actually a good gacha. It's only like a low level one, so it was fine. But we were going to tame him up very quickly. So I got some materials like some wood, stone and stuff, and then I'll just feed it to the gacha. I'd been sitting here a little while just hitting stone and loads of stuff, and eventually the gacha did tame, and we eventually ran over, and there was a level 151 as well, so we tamed that one up too, and it came out at level 210, which was crazy, although we only had one cryopod left, so I had to make the big decision to leave the level 21 behind. I'm sorry, but the 150 was better. I'm sorry. And then we eventually went home. We teleported home and we flew home on the bat. Once I flew home, I had a look what we could make, and we actually could make black pearls, gas, oil, fibre, thatch, and corrupted wood, which we didn't pretty much have any of, so it's like the most important gadget I've ever had in my life. Eventually we was going to change the name of our tech Rex that we tamed, so we named this one, we named it Toko. And obviously if we named the Rex, we have to name the Tyrannosaurus as well, so we named that Koto. As we began through naming all our dinos, we actually named our frog as well, and I named this after Nikki. This was a Twitch account name, so there you go. That's her Twitch account if you want to go follow it. On day 32, we actually took the time to open some gacha crystals, and we got a load of crap armor. But later on that day, we actually found a high-level tech Rex. It was a male again, but I couldn't pass up at this opportunity, just in case we do need a breeding pair eventually with higher stats. So that's what we did. We tried to knock this thing out for ages. It took so many trank darts, and I couldn't really believe it, but we did eventually knock it out, and I had to go get some prime meat. We'd only need a few prime meat as it had been starving for a little while, so it was going to tame up pretty quickly. There was something running around the ground right next to T-Rex, so I quickly flew back and to see what it was. And to my guess, it was hyenodons. They were eating the T-Rex. It was awful, and I couldn't do anything about it because they was already stuck underneath him just eating it. So that means the taming effectiveness would have dropped a bunch. So I was basically in a dodgy position here. I couldn't hit the T-Rex and I couldn't hit the little hyenodons. It sucked so bad. Like all that time wasted for just knocking it out. So basically I didn't know what to do, to be honest. I thought instead of making it tamed, I would just take the prime meat out and try and get it to wake up again. But we might not be able to do that for a few days. So I omitted the feet for the Rex, and I ended up making a egg incubator. It wasn't too hard, we had all the materials necessary anyway. So I thought we might as well try and hatch a few of these wyvern eggs, or at least see if they had any mutations or anything like that. I know they're probably all going to just be pink, but we also had the Deinonychus eggs to check. So obviously all these wyverns were the exact same with no mutations, sadly. So I don't know if I'm actually going to hatch them, but we have them in there just in case for later on. However, with the Deinonychus eggs, I put them in and we had a look at the different colours, and to my surprise we had a Valentine's Deinonychus egg. It was pink and I was so excited. Me and Twitch chat was so excited, so I was like, oh, I'll hatch it and see if it comes out what it comes out like, and look at it. It is so pink and so cute. Deinonychus are one of my favourite creatures in the game, so having a cute pink one was actually so adorable. We waited for the Deinonychus to grow up, and look how amazing that thing is. That is also my Twitch notification, and for some reason it recorded it on the gameplay, so I've no clue, I'm sorry, but it might go off a few times in this 100 days. We opened the gacha crystals and we got 1,000,000 gas balls, and we're going to need them to make the hazmat suit, because guess where we're going next? We're going to get a rock drake. Now I needed hazmat because the cave in Asgard where the rock drake eggs are actually gives you radiation, so without the radiation suit we would just instantly pretty much die. So I made the hazmat suit and we was on our way to go and get a rock drake. I teleported to Asgard with my Desmo, because we can actually use the Desmo in the cave, which is going to be so easy. And I made sure it was night, so it was getting late on into this day already. So we went round, and this is actually where Shadowmane spawned as well, so I had to be very careful here. But the actual rock drake cave is right below us, right down here in here. This cave entrance is like super long, and I was actually surprised how far it went deep down, but we put a hazmat suit on and we was ready to go and try and get a rock drake egg. I was super excited. Rock drakes are one of my favorite creatures in the game, so haven't really been in this cave at all ever, like on this map, so let's see what we got. So we found a level 90 and then we found a level 60. Eventually we will come across this egg, a 170 rock drake egg. I couldn't actually believe my luck. This was like the 5th or 6th egg we did find though, so there's tons and tons of rock drakes in here. But obviously once I took the egg, there was so many rock drakes coming after us, so I basically went invisible, and I think they was actually still following me, but we could actually try and find the entrance and then get the hell out of this cave. Eventually, I did find my way out of the cave and we teleported home. We was actually spawned right next to our base, luckily. So I flew home and we put our rock drake into the egg incubator. I did run out of fuel, but I had to quickly just put some gasoline into the generator. Our rock drake actually had been in the incubator for quite a while now. I left it in there and it was slowly incubating. It did say it was going to come out like greyish, bluish colour, so I thought it wouldn't have that cool colours. But we were going to hatch it anyway, and I wanted a rock drake. So I access the inventory and hatch. Boom. Look at this thing. It looks so cool. Rock drakes are one of my favourite creatures. I actually love them so much. We waited for a rock drake to actually get fully adult and we put a saddle on him. Luckily we had the red gems that we mined earlier and we can actually just go around and fly a rock drake. It had been so long since I've been on a rock drake and it's so cool, honestly. So I thought, why not? We'll take him out for a bit and see if what he can actually do. Obviously at low health, but I could actually just heal him up with the snow, so it wasn't too bad. There we go. It was me healing up with snow. It took a little longer, but it was fine. And then we named him Plasma as well. We have to give our first rock drake a name. And then we named our Gacha random stuff one of the TikTok viewers. So I took him out and I decided to go get some more cementing paste, and we would do this by trying to find some more beaver dams. I went around just killing so many beavers, we killed their whole population, and then we obviously harvested the massive beaver dam, and there was a few little small ones around here as well, so we got a ton of cementing paste and silica pearls actually. Having these beaver dams around are just so much easier for the game. Like, imagine you actually had to go get that much cementing paste like every single time. That would just be actually awful. So we started off day 34 very strong. I found an Andrewsarchus with Valentine's Day event colours. We still hadn't wiped the dinos, so basically there was still Valentine's colours all around the map, but we managed to tame our Andrewsarchus. I put the Andrewsarchus in a cryoval and went back to my house. I made the Andrewsarchus saddle, and obviously if I made the saddle I'm just gonna have to test it out on something. So I found Pterodon and I went pew, 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 with a minigun. It was pretty fun. We eventually made up some gunpowder and then we was going to need to go on a metal run. So I took the Yankee to a little hill quite far away actually, and we managed to get a ton, and I mean a ton, of different metal. This ex-Yankee has been actually a saviour for us though. He's got so much metal over the 2 years, but that's what we did. We basically got the metal and just took it back home to our base. By the end of our metal gathering adventure, we had so much metal, and obviously had to use metal to take out a few things on the Andrewsarchus. So I realised the Andrewsarchus actually has a kick, and you could do some torpor with it. So I was trying it out, and there was a basilisk. So we ran the heck away. I was not dealing with a basilisk. I didn't know at this point that if you're on the saddle, you actually can't take any like damage from poison or anything like that. So it's pretty handy. And we had a muscle chops being invasive, so you know, I had to take that out too. I was having a lot of fun on the minigun, I can't lie. After having fun on the minigun for ages, I actually had a magmosaur egg that I think I didn't record. So, well, it was a high-level magmosaur egg. It was pretty easy to get. We just flew into the cave and grabbed the egg, and that was it. We made the saddle, and we was going to use this to farm a ton of metal and crystal. So, I wanted to hatch it, and that's exactly what we did. If I could actually press a button. So, we had a 145 magmosaur, and we could actually use this to get so much metal and crystal in the future. It's going to be really handy. So, as the magmosaur was actually growing up, we had a visit from this little guy. Bro? Hello, Mr. Compy. I don't. Me and the magmosaur had no clue what was going on. But we had a friend Compy now, and I was actually thinking of taming this one, but you know, magmosaur had different ideas. So anyway, we got some meat from him, and then. Oh,
hello, what you doing?
Hello. As I killed the other one, I thought I might as well tame this one. So that's what I did. I was knocking it out, and That magmasaur really doesn't like compies. I don't know what's wrong with this guy. Moving on and actually making progress, we tried to get a load of materials. So then I took a trip over to the massive beaver dams on our bat, and I managed to get a load of cement paste and a load of resources. And look how many beavers there was. What is this? It is so many beavers in this one little pond. I don't even understand. I found this thing, and this was apparently a something titan, a giga titan, I believe it was called. And you'll see what happened next. Apparently. Holy. I guess you're not friendly. Oh god. Oh. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Why's the Fjordhawk taking a piss? I have no words. 1.8 million damage. But I gotta walk home. So yeah, that happened, and that was actually my live reaction to it. I've been streaming this all on Twitch and TikTok. So if you want to go watch on my Twitch and my TikTok. Just search GlowUmbra. But there goes the bat. And well, yeah, that was only level 45 on its own. Not going near one of those things again. So we move on. So I flew all the way home using my glider suit. Luckily I had it through because it made getting home quite a lot faster. But now I needed a new bat. So I made a new saddle and we was going to go tame a new bat in the cave. I'm going to be doing a lot of series, I feel like. So what is that though? 1.8 million damage. It was ridiculous, man. Look, what do we have? We have a level 20, and by that time that happened. So basically I was trying to kill off the low level ones, and eventually I got a decent level bat. It was like a level 100 with the taming effectiveness. Obviously not high, but we got like 50% or something. We got a level 125 bat, and we managed to take him home. And we named it Dracula, so that was pretty cool. After my new bat taming, I thought, well, what I'm going to need to do, I'm going to need to get some Rexes and start getting the artifacts. So I thought I'd go to the poison cave first. I heard this was actually a pretty easy cave. I would just need a gas mask, because if you go into the cave, you do take poison damage. Mask, and we was ready to take a trip to the poison cave. So this was on that little swamp island, and we were going to use the bat just to fly in and try and get the artifact and see if there was any drops along the way as well. So we flew in, and I've never played this map, so I never knew what the caves are like, but I did know there was poison. So there was a few bats in here, so we had to avoid them, as well as it would take us off our new Dracula. So I just basically flew into the cave, and it's pretty simple, to be fair. There wasn't too much stuff, it was all on the ground, so I could just fly straight past it. There was a few Onyx in the cave, but I was actually managed to take them out pretty easy. Dracula was actually doing some good damage considering. They did have the mate boost, but once one of the bats were dead, it was pretty simple, and we was actually doing a lot of damage. However, they were quite high level. I think it was like level 560 or something. It's crazy. But we did manage to find the artifact, and I could actually just jump off Dracula and grab the artifact.
Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about!
I realised that I was going to go into the cold snow caves next. So what I needed to do is I needed to try and find an otter, and I didn't know where it would be in this, but apparently there's a spawn in this pond right in the redwood. It's right as you go in, and it's pretty simple to find. However, I couldn't really find any otters until I did eventually spot this one. Look. It's a red otter. Oh my god. So basically I spent the next, I don't know how long, trying to actually tame this thing by just killing fish and taking it and basically gonna tame it very, very simply. So I picked him up, put him on my shoulders, and it was drowning at this point. But I realised it was a different colour. We had a green and pink otter, and I went and found a red one as well. So I put that one into a cryopod and I headed home. Listen, I didn't need those others again. Don't. Listen, you didn't see that. Would you actually look how cute this otter looks? Look, it's so red. Oh, I love the Valentine's Day colours. They actually make it so cool. You can get so cool, colourful creatures. It's amazing. So we have our green and our red otter, and we name these Greenies and Greenie and Cherry. And they would be sticking with us for a long time, but obviously you had to make progress. So I took Chunk and we go down into the Walk Cave. This cave is like legit right next to my base, and well, I didn't know exactly how hard this cave was going to be, so I brought out Koto, our Tyranotitan, and I let him loose. So while we was fighting, I didn't even realise, but we did get Mega Rabies. And that could have been very, very deadly for us. Our health was dropping crazy amounts. But, you know, we were fine after a while. And I managed to get Koto, and I was basically just clearing out everything in the cave. These creatures were so high level. I think there was actually going up to like 560, something crazy like that. There was arthroporas, there were spiders, there were scorpions and snakes. Ooh, it's awful. But yeah, basically I just sped through this cave, just killing everything. There was so many creatures. It was ridiculous. After a little while, our Tyranotitan was actually even getting low health, so I had to heal it a few times, but he was killing these arthroporas, and it was so high level. This guy was like level 400 and something. It was ridiculous. It was 580, that one. I don't even know what to say. But we took our bat and we flew through this little cave bit, and it's pretty simple, to be fair. We just cleared out most of the creatures just so then I could actually run in. We done some hardcore parkour over this ledge, and then I realised we can actually just go in here and grab the artifact. So it's a pretty simple cave after a while. There was just a lot of hostile creatures, but nothing too much that we could worry about. So we killed this arthropora just like so. There we go, level 600. It's ridiculous. And yeah, we just basically got the artifact, and that was it. We had the artifact of the cunning. As I was leaving the cave, we actually came across a drop, and this drop had an ascendant crossbow in it with like 350% damage. Oh my god, was that lifesaver. Like, I hadn't got a long neck or a crossbow at this point, so having a ascendant crossbow was going to make such a difference. But then I took that back, and we was actually going to go into another cave. We're doing a lot of caving at the moment. It's going crazy. We're popping off. But basically for this cave is a very hot cave. It has a lot of lava in it. With the Desmo, it's not that bad because we can just fly past all the lava, and we don't have to do pretty much any of the jumping puzzles. So basically we're going to go into the cave and see what's actually in here. So there's two paths you can actually go down. There was one on the left and one on the right. We actually went down the left one first, and there was so many bats and creatures and stuff. I was just flying around to see what was actually around here, see if we could actually land or not. But I realised quickly that there was a lot of bats, so I was going to get out of the T-Rex and just like munch them all. That's exactly what I did. I got on my T-Rex with our Ember saddle, which basically makes us pretty much immune to all the lava and the heat and stuff in this cave, so it's very, very useful. And we just basically wiping out everything in the cave, and we ran our way over to the artifact, kill a few more creatures, the arthropluras and stuff. It was actually knocking us all the way back and nearly knocked us into the lava, but I managed to kill him, and we was able to grab the artifact pretty easy, I'm not gonna lie. there we go, and we had the artifact of the pack. So we had one of the artifacts in this place, but we need to go get the second one. So I had to kill all these bats, and they was actually doing a lot of damage. If you get a lot of bats on you and Arthropluras and stuff, they can actually like pretty quickly tear you down, so you have to be careful. But now we go to the right path, and this path is pretty straightforward. It's just they fly into the cave and we go and pick up the next artifact. This artifact was the artifact of the clever, and we was going to need this one for the broodmother, which would be doing first, the first boss. I was so excited, but we did need to get a few T-Rexes, and for some reason, when I was flying out, there was a snow owl in the cave. Is it a cave, new cave creature? I don't know. It's level 140 though, and it was actually doing quite a bit of damage. So we had to fight mid-cave battle, and there was actually some drops. So I wanted to actually kill this thing just so it wouldn't annoy me and basically kill me and push me into the lava. But we got a metal pickaxe, an ascendant metal pickaxe, and ghillie chest piece. The drops have been crazy in these caves, honestly. So on the way out, I actually found another drop, and we got a journeyman Desmo saddle, and we got a journeyman flak helmet as well. So I made the ascendant crossbow at 318% damage, which is kind of crazy, I can't lie. And we made the ascendant ghillie chest piece as well. So we headed to the snow now, and this was actually an ice cave. So thankfully we had the aura on us and could actually give us a lot of hypothermia. I don't know. But we took the Rex into the cave and we couldn't see anything, but there were so many creatures in this cave. I was legit just chomping there for like 10 minutes, honestly. They had so much health and it was so high level, but eventually I would just run into the cave, kill everything on the way, and it's pretty simple cave, I'm not gonna lie. This was actually one of the entrances, but we had to wait a little while for it to spawn in, so then we got on the bat, and we can fly over and quickly get the artifact of the hunt, which we also need for the broodmother. So I wanted to just do the caves back to back, so that's what I did. I went and found the cave in the redwood. So I put Dracula into a cryopod and brought out the Rex. And this cave was going to be insane. I did not know what I was getting myself into. So I got on the T-Rex and we went to town. There were so many creatures, so many Arthropluras and so many, I think there was like filers and bears in this cave as well, which could be super cool. But there was so many bugs and they do so much damage to you, it's ridiculous. So I was just running away at this point, trying to like get an angle where I could actually hit them. So we worked our way through the cave a little bit, went through this little gap and came up to this part. This part has the most creatures I've ever seen in Ark. It was ridiculous. There's so many bugs, so many snakes, so many spiders, and our T-Rex was actually taking so much damage as well. Bear in mind, this guy had like 30k health. The Meganuras were like level 300 something, so it's a pretty hard cave, and I'd recommend going in with like a good tame at least. I think we must have killed at least like, I don't know, like 100 something creatures in this just one little spot. It was ridiculous. So at this point we was actually getting caught in the Meganura, and I couldn't turn around because we lost all the stamina, so I was trying to just like kill everything. There were so many spiders, so many Meganura, but eventually I did escape. And we lost like half our health. For a 30k T-Rex, that's kind of ridiculous, I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know what to say at this point. Look how many Meganura there are in this cave. They're all like level 400 to 500 as well, so they do crazy amounts of damage if they pick you up. We was getting down quite low health already, and I couldn't hit these things because they kept like coming from every different angle. So I started running away, I'm not gonna lie. I needed to retreat, and my guy needed a poop, obviously, but I could just do like a 360 and eventually hopefully take him out. But I moved further on into the cave now, and there was actually some bears as well, and these bears hit for a truck. So luckily we was able to get like enough knockback on them and they couldn't really hit us. There was also some filers in here, I actually realised as well. So these are our filers, and I don't think you can tame these ones because they're cave creatures, but they look so cool, and I wish you could actually get them. So there was a few drops in here. Yep, we got a Mastercraft stone pickaxe. And yep, then we just went into like the further part of the cave. This bit you just fly through. There's two different entrances to this bit actually, but yeah, this is like the artifact cave room. So this is the artifact of the strong. Now it's time for some building action, and well, I thought what we're going to need is we're actually going to need a greenhouse. So obviously if I was going to make med brews and everything for the boss fights, I was going to need to build a really cool greenhouse. So I wanted to make this quite big because we're going to need it in the future for different crops like vegetable cakes and stuff like that, in case we want to tame some herbivores and just a lot of different things. I might put the industrial cooker and a few generators and stuff in here as well. So we basically put down some stone foundations, and that was pretty much it. We were building up the greenhouse right here, and we were just putting down a load of doors and stuff. This cost so much crystal and cementing paste, so much so that I had to go to the aberration cave and harvest some with our magmasaur. Magmasaur gets so much crystal and stone and stuff, it's ridiculous. I love this thing, and luckily we got it, so it's really, really good. It was pretty much a good investment of like getting that egg. So we got the crystal, got like 4,000 I believe it was. Not much actually happened in the cave, so then we put it in the RG and we went home. I crafted up a ton of greenhouse stuff. We had roofs, we had curve roofs, slope roofs, there was so many different materials, but I managed to build a pretty cool looking greenhouse in the end. We basically put all the walls down, and I was going to go for a flat roof, but I mean, if I'm going to design a greenhouse, I wanted to actually look pretty cool. So we put a double door down just like this, and then we put a wall on top. I was playing around with the doors, but then I thought, listen, we gotta go for a slope roof, at least, come on, we gotta make it look nice, so that's what we did. We got a slope roof, and we just put a flat roof on top, and then we had a pretty cool looking greenhouse in the end, I can't lie. We eventually put down the last sloped roof, and we can actually start putting down the pipes and everything. So we put some water taps down as well. The piping was a nightmare to get this all the way up here, but I managed to do it, and we had a few taps. I moved the dung beetle over here, and we could actually start putting fertilizer into the crop plots. These crop plots actually snap because of the S+ mod, so it's pretty handy. And we started putting everything. We got a load of seeds, we basically got rock carrot, long grass, citronal, everything we need, and we got the few other modded crops as well, which I think were strawberries. We needed our dung beetle pooper trooper, and we used the strawberries that we grew to go and tame this guy. This is an Archodonus, I think that's how you say it, and basically it's a massive lemur. And basically you just go up to it, and when it's sitting down you can feed it a honey glazed strawberry. We waited a little while, and this guy was actually quite a high level, I can't lie. It does little booty shank right there. It's so weird, but we had our little lemur friend. It's pretty cool. There was actually a pair of them as well. That's why I tamed them. So we got another honey glazed strawberry, and we fed it to this guy as well. These had event Valentine's Day colors as well. So there we go. And he does little booty shakers. It's so weird, but so cool. Basically just put them in a cryopod and we went home. Now, I didn't even know what these guys did. They just look really cool, so I tamed them. And, well, yeah, I keep doing this. I keep throwing them out. I keep forgetting about the crow sickness. But I wanted to try them out. And apparently, these guys can actually throw spears. Look at this. Yeah. So it actually scales on your damage as well, which is kind of insane, I can't lie. And every time you level up, he does a little booty shake. So these are basically just massive lemurs. And, well, yep, they go yeet. I don't know, but I wanted to breed him and get an imprinted one, so that's what I did. And we got twins. We got twins. Now, obviously, the only responsible thing to do for these were actually to tame both of them and try and get 100% imprint on both. So I waited for him to grow up a little bit. He got to fully grown, and obviously, the only thing responsible that I could do was call him Eutychus. Eutychus was so fun, honestly. I was super excited to use him as well, so I'm probably going to be using him quite a lot in the later on in the episodes. But he can actually throw spears, and because he was imprinted, he done a ton of damage. One spear does like 500 damage. It's kind of crazy. And then we basically just went out on a Maywing and got some drops. Moving on, and we actually found a 108 Tech Rex. It's actually the first Tech Rex female version we actually found on this whole map. I've been searching for literally 20 days of this 100 days, but I built a trap and I put some bear traps down. I only wanted to put a few down and I lured it in. There we go. He got trapped and I put the dinosaur gate behind and I started shooting him with a ton and a ton of arrows, and eventually he went down. Now, I did shoot him after he went down, so the taming effectiveness was actually awful. But we need our sanguine elixir and use that on the Tech Rex, and the taming effectiveness went up a ton. So we got our Tech Rex, and there we go. We tamed our female Tech Rex. I put our new Tech Rex into a cryopod, and then I worked our way home. On the way home, I did see this thing though, and I was like, I got to record and see this. That thing is horrifying. And there's two Phasasuchus, I think that's how you say it. The things that killed our Angiosarchus at the very start of the game. So I was not going anywhere near that. But obviously, if we have Toko, we have Soko, the female Rex as well. Obviously, I had to give him a name. But wait a little while, and they could actually have the first Tech Rex egg. Now, I wanted to hatch it, and we got twins. We got twins on the first egg we hatched. How crazy is that? They were both boys, so sadly, not the best, but it's fine. We got both boys, so it's pretty cool. At this point, I realised if I was going to start breeding Rexes, I needed a ton and a ton of cryopods. So I got all the resources necessary, and I flew over to this place. We'll be coming back here a lot during this part. So this is the Broodmother summoning portal thing. Like, I don't know what it's called, but it's basically a little cave, and you have to go into here, and there's a console you can interact with. There was a few creatures in here, so I brought out Eutychus and we went to town. We killed everything. There was so many spiders. There was snakes, there was scorpions, everything. It was awful. I didn't have any spears on me, sadly, but it was fine. We ran up to the console and I could actually finally start making cryopods. We also made a cryo fridge as well, so that is pretty handy. I just kept making them and 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 making them. Listen, I needed so many of these things. If I'm going to be breeding Rexes, I wanted to do it properly. So we had like 30 cryopods and a cryo fridge. So I checked what we need for the Broodmother, because that's actually the first boss we're going to be doing in this 100 days. So I put all the cryopods away and put a few other tames. I cryoed up a few things around the base as well and just chucked them in as well. But it was time for building. So obviously building now, I wanted to put a few terrariums down. This one was a wyvern terrarium. So basically there was a little guy down here, he had his thing, but it looked really, really cool and added to the cool aesthetics around the base. This was our first female baby Tech Rex, and it had pretty good stats, I'm not gonna lie. So basically I was going to hatch a load of the female Rexes and then breed them with our good male Rexes. Hopefully then we can actually get some good Rexes going. So I also made some extra narcotic, as we're going to need it in the very, very soon future. I ended up making a feeding trough for the Rexes, and eventually I went through all my stuff. I was just basically trying to get all the materials ready, but we had a lot of Rexes and they were doing a good job breeding. So we had a new creature spawn on our island, and it was a Metrocanthosaurus, I believe it was called, and basically I took over Toko and I was gonna kill this thing. Yep, there you go. At this point, I had enough of breeding Rexes for a while, so me and the chat, our Twitch chat, decided that we was going to go and try and get a lightning wyvern egg. This was going to be very, very dangerous, but I had a plan. Now this might not be a very good plan, but you'll see in a few seconds why. It's probably one of my best plans ever. So we flew over to the Wyvern Trench. This is the Lightning Wyvern Trench, and this is in Asgard, at one of the very corners of the map. But my idea was, I'm gonna ride the Angiosarchus, and obviously we're gonna use the gunpowder we had from earlier. So let's do this. I killed a few Onyx, and it was pretty strong, I'm not gonna lie. I think this is classed as a cave and a trench, so they were quite high levels. So here we go, we're about to steal the eggs, and I think I pissed off the whole army of wyverns. Run! We took Androsarchus and I was out of there. I was shooting the bullets, but it was doing so much damage. There were so many of them. I didn't know what to do at this point, so I was just running and shooting and trying to escape as fast as possible. And finally, we killed one wyvern. So I said, screw that, we're going to get on the bat and we're going to go in with stealth mode this time. Luckily, for some reason, all the wyverns despawned after a little while. I don't know, it's very strange, but we went invisible on the bat. I went out scouting. So obviously, with the bat, this is a lot easier. I wanted to do it a fun way, but I mean, we came all this way, I was going to get a lightning egg. Firstly, we found a level 95, and we checked a couple other wyvern eggs, but we eventually... Yep, that's a 175 lightning wyvern egg. Now, this is one of the dangerous trenches on the map, because there's only one exit, and as soon as I grab this egg, you'll see what happens. Obviously, once you grab the egg, you can't go invisible. Yep, would you believe it or not, we actually escaped with the lightning wyvern egg. I couldn't believe it. The bat was on so low health, had legit like 200 health left. It was ridiculous, but I wanted to see what wyvern we got. So I put the wyvern into the egg incubator and it was going to take a little while. So eventually I waited and there is our 175 lightning wyvern. Look how cute he looked. I know he's normally just basically a normal wyvern, but he had pretty good stats, I can't lie. So we also named him a Zapper, and obviously, if we got a wyvern, we're going to have to test him out. He had 8,000 health to start with, so it's not a bad wyvern to begin with. So, obviously, let's go and murder everything. After I heal him, of course. I went around just killing a few things, like this RG, and electrocuting them. I was just electrocuting everything, I can't lie. It was pretty fun using lightning wyvern. I haven't used one in ages. But yeah, I was actually just flying around here trying to actually find a Giga, which we're going to need at some point to kill one of the... I think it was the bear boss in Jotunheim. But yep, no Giga, and I returned home. And I noticed that this egg in particular had its first mutation. Look at that. Look, it had a red on its back. How sick is that? But yeah, it had a health mutation, I believe, which is pretty cool. We're going to need health and a load of melee mutations, so it's going to come in very, very handy. But I needed to make scissors. Did you hear it? I needed to make scissors, obviously, so I can get a load and a load of hair. Now you're probably wondering what for. So we're going to try and make the nanny. Now the nanny basically lets you, it's an S plus item, and it basically allows you to imprint dinos automatically, so you don't have to worry about and it just does it automatically. So I got some scissors, we had a haircut, and we actually got a second mutation. So I brung these Rexes all over there, and I was just basically mucking about with all the mutations and stuff. It took a little while breeding and getting a few more mutations, but we had a few little tech rexes now that we can actually start breeding and producing a ton of eggs. Now, in the greenhouse that we made, I realised at night it gets very, very dark. So I made some lights and we started putting around the greenhouse, and it just made it look really, really cool. Especially at night, you can actually see in here. So that's a big help, I can't lie. I went around lighting them up, and we actually had a ton of crops. So we had citronal, we had rock carrot, and we had savaroot, and we had strawberries as well. So I ran over and we put them all into the fridge. I also managed to make the S+ hatchery, which is going to make breeding so much easier for us. It's going to be crazy. And it'll just slowly pick up the eggs. Later on during the same day, on stream, we decided we were going to try and tackle the hardest cave on FJORDUR. We took our bat in, and I decided, you know, there's probably going to be a lot of creatures in here, so I'm going to throw out a Rex. And obviously we got off the bat, and well, yeah, I went to get on the Rex, and I kind of panicked, I'm not going to lie. So I got my sword out and started slashing away, but the bats kept picking us up, and we glitched into the floor. Now, the bats weren't actually doing that much damage, and we managed to kill a few, but this Arthropleura absolutely tanked us. Yep. So, eventually I flew back, and I actually was live streaming this, so here's my reaction. God, look how many damage numbers. There's no green. There was on neutral. Oh, they're gonna die. Yeah, we didn't artifact cave. Oh. Oh. Ah. Damn it. Well, there goes one of the bats. If I throw it out, it's going to go unconscious, the dinosaur, so rip Dracula. That's the second bat down, are you kidding me? Every time. So, there we go. Dracula had died. Luckily, we had another bat. I'm not very good with the Desmos, I've realised this, but we put the Desmo into the cryopod and we was going to go further into the cave. However, there was a lot of bats and I did manage to get my resources back. So I went in and I was basically just trying to kill and wipe out everything around the surrounding area. There's a few bats and stuff, but on the T-Rex they didn't seem to be able to pick us off. So luckily we was able to just eat them and instantly basically kill them, which is pretty handy, I can't lie. So there was one drop here and I was basically just killing everything just so I can get this drop. There was a lot of stuff, I'm not gonna lie. So I got off to the T-Rex and we opened the drop and would you believe it? Look at that. Deciding that we didn't have a long neck, I made the right choice and well, I've done it again. Every single, I hate, well, he's going to be sitting there for a while, but I decided I was going to go home and we're going to go and make the long neck. When I was going home, I actually found one of these blokes. It was right next to the house again, and this time I was actually managed to tame him up. All it took was like one prime meat and he actually tamed. Now I didn't know what this creature done, so I had to go have a look online and I made the saddle as well. And we're going to try him out. So obviously he has the RG healing buff, which is pretty good, I can't lie. I just want to take this time to say thank you everyone for watching the YouTube videos and being a part of all the streams. But let's get straight back into the 100 days. So I wanted to go and take revenge. I had enough of this. We lost our bat and I was pissed. So we took the T-Rex in and we went on a murder streak. There were so many creatures in here. We had megalanias, snakes and everything. But they were gonna die. And that's exactly what I did. And we worked our way straight through the maze part, which is really cool actually. You had to dodge these spike strips on the bottom, and there was actually like arrows and stuff that would actually shoot you. So basically I was watching a YouTube video, I'm not even gonna lie, trying to do this, and there was traps legit everywhere. Like those little things right there, they were traps as well. And basically there was secret hidden doors where if you pressed the wrong combination, things would spawn you and they would basically instantly kill you. So I was taking my time going through here, jumping through all the spikes, and these are actually deadly spikes. But this is the thing, so we had to press the green, the purple, the yellow, and then the blue button, and this will allow the final door to open. And guess what is waiting on the other side of the door? That's right, the artifact, and the runestone actually. So there we go, we have the artifact of the massive. So, follow on the next day, we actually decided to build a water pen. Now, we have these two little islands that basically have like quite a deep area of water between them, so I thought, why not if I just build a few behemoth gates, I can actually section off the whole area, and then we could actually put something in the area. So obviously we don't have any water creatures except for Chunk and the valuable electrics, but I mean like creatures that are going to stay in the water for the rest of like their life. So that's what I did. I made a load of behemoth gates and a load of gates as well, and I placed them all down. Now obviously if we had this big of an area, right, I thought, why not put down a metal ocean platform? You know what? I've never actually used one of these. It's kind of crazy, and I was pretty excited to use it, I'm not gonna lie. So we had the metal ocean platform, and let's go. I put this down because this is going to give us an area to actually just breed water dinos, which we're going to tame right now. So my idea for this is, I knew this little like lake bit existed, or like I suppose it's a river, but it normally has a ton of bacillos in it. But when I got there, there was actually a lead ichthys, an alpha lead ichthys. It was kind of insane. I haven't seen one of these in ages, and obviously they don't even really attack you that much. So on the valley I was basically just chasing it around and pretty much destroying it. We was doing so much damage to it. But I think you can actually get like fishing rods and stuff like this, but for some reason when I killed this thing there was no bag, so I don't know what to do about that one. But we killed the alpha and we got a load of levels from it, so it's pretty cool. So moving over here, there was actually a valuable electrics. So it's valley versus valley, and we was actually destroying this thing. However, it did do like the atomic breath, which is kind of crazy, and I didn't know what I did. But I basically killed all the mantas around the bacillos, and I just sat there for ages. I'm not gonna lie, it was a long time to tame these things. But yeah, we basically just feed them, come back every so often, and just deposit raw meat straight down their throat. But yeah, we managed to get one bacillo, just like this. And then after a while, I started chasing down the other one. Now this one was actually a crazy level. Yep, a 150 bacillo. We basically the max level you could actually get. So we was using raw prime fish meat is the only thing I had, but that's probably why it took so long. But then we had a 224 bacillo, which is kind of crazy. So I put him in the cryopod and we was gonna head home. So I headed home and obviously threw out the bacillo. We tried to get on the RG, but you know, there's water there, of course. So when I was actually gone away for like 10 minutes, the bacillos, I left them on breeding, and they had a little bacillo and he was stuck on the floor. But you know, I'm just gonna let him grow up anyway. So I went and made a bacillo saddle, and I heard the gadget crystals falling on top of me. So we went upstairs and there was actually 3 item gadget crystals, which is really exciting, and it was a journey one too. So we got a little gacha opening. We was actually farming black pearls, but then we had a sickle, an apprentice helmet, and the last one, a riot journeyman head, which is pretty good, I can't lie. We then went and done some decorating. These are apparently fridges, and they're one of the eco mods. They just look really cool, and you know what? I just wanted them. And there was just this like massive hologram thing. So I picked up the map table, and this was actually a Phoenix hologram. That's all it was, but it looked really cool, and I like the decoration, so why not? We've done it. And there was actually a wyvern one, which I think would look really cool on top of the base, and actually do spin very slowly. And it looks really cool. I thought we can have it just like as a centerpiece. Moving on, and we actually added a few different like trees and stuff. There was a little fern thing that we added, and there was some bigger trees and stuff as well. We had a few bushes to put down in front of the house, just kind of to make it like look a bit nicer. I don't know, it just added some style to it as well. Now, obviously, between the house and the new greenhouse we built, there wasn't much here, so I thought I'd add maybe like a scorched earth design to this bit. So I placed a huge desert rock, and I mean, I like it, I can't even lie. And then we had a desert tree to go with it, so I placed that right next to it, and it kind of blocked it off pretty well. It made it look pretty cool, I can't lie. We also had a little bench I wanted to put down so I could sit down and, yep, look at my base. So, obviously, we lost Dracula in, you know, the cave. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. We're losing so many bats. So, I went and, where did I go? I went to the bat cave again. So I got some blood packs, put all the stuff into the chest, and we were going to tame some high level bats. Hopefully we can get some high level ones. So running down into the cave, we have our spyglass here, and I was trying to look for any high levels we had. So I thought my best idea was if I just shoot them and run, and then I could run to the door and see what it was. So we turned around, and would you believe it or not, I think that was a high level one. So I killed a few of them and then came back, and we actually got left with the 151. So there we go, we got a new bat. It's pretty simple, and obviously I've shown this off so many times before, so there we go. And we killed that one too. So we have a level 192 bat now. So I cryopoded him up and went back outside, and I noticed there was an alpha raptor, so I threw out one of our breeding T-Rex, and it absolutely destroyed the thing. I went back home, and then I actually started to add some designs to the ocean platform. We added some like cool lights, and we added a little ramp just so it's actually able to get onto it a lot easier. And I think these coloured lights just make it look so much better at night as well. So we'll definitely see it later on in the night. I also added them this side by our breeding and our greenhouse as well, so it just added more effect and gave the area a lot more light. Now this is a ecomods, a Roman Empire stuff. It just lets you craft a few different things, and I just kind of like to put them around. And yes, that is a chariot. You're looking at a chariot. So what did I do? I got on it. It's the only thing we could possibly do. And yeah, that was what the ocean platform looks like at the night. It looks pretty cool, I can't lie, and I like the look of it. So after we built our ocean platform and got everything done, I went out and there was a level 140, I honestly don't even remember the name of this thing, but yeah, I was a Patosaurus, that's it. And I'm not gonna lie, I was streaming at this point, and you know, it looked like it got knocked out, right? I didn't know that. So I sat there ages thinking, oh, I've knocked this out, and then I flew home. Shaving my beard and my hair for so many times, we had enough hair to actually make the nanny. This thing was going to be a game changer. Basically, this imprints your dino constantly, even if you're not there. So if they're growing up, they can just be imprinted and it's fine. However, I needed to go and look at more caves. And look, we nearly got jumped by a Giga Titan again. I swear, if I lost this bat to another Giga Titan, I might have just uninstalled, I'm not gonna lie. So, this was actually the Baylor Cave. I wanted to go check it out and see if we had enough stuff. Yep, we were loading in the cave. I took the Andrewsarchus in, and there was actually a couple bears in here, and they actually done so much damage. And I kind of panicked and got stuck a little bit, but I was able to like escape and run away for a little bit. So I brought in some more firepower. I brought in one of our tech wrecks, and of course again I knocked it out because of damn crow sickness. But, you know, when I was just AFK, I saw a T-Rex coming in, and, well, because he was in a cave, the T-Rex done 6 times the amount of normal damage because he was unconscious as well. So I got all my T-Rexes, and we had our additionalcreatures, and we was going to summon one of the mini bosses. This is Baylor, and we need to do this for one of the broodmother basically artifacts that we need to summon her. So this is one of the mini bosses on FJORDUR, and yeah, let's see how this goes. Let's go. We got her down quite a lot here, and it was doing pretty good damage. We was about half health, and our Rex was actually destroying her. We was taking a lot of damage, but we was doing pretty good. Except for that Rex, he was being a bit dumb, but we can actually get element from this. You get 30 element as well, and a few item drops, so we started to loot tech Rexes, and it was getting very dicey, but, you know, in the end, we were doing a decent amount of damage, and we killed her. Hell yeah. So I then looked through all the Rexes, and this is the loot we got. We got 30 elements, some saddles, a crossbow, and a Uranus saddle, and a relic, obviously. So I went back, I actually made a taxidermy graft of her body as well, so I wanted to make a little trophy for it as well. So I put this down, and then we put the dermis in there, and we had our little bee friend. We can actually change the pose. It was a bit glitchy. I don't exactly know what's going on, but... And apparently they have an animation as well, so this bee was going to town, I can't lie. So then we took the bat on an adventure. Yup. We took it on an adventure, and we found a Karcher. Now this Karcher was only low level, however, it was a Karcher, so I had to get it. I always call it a Chechasaurus, just force of habit, and we needed to make a trap for it, as I never properly tamed one of these before, and I had Twitch chat going on as well, so it was kind of getting hectic, and I didn't know what I was doing, I'm gonna be honest. I ended up building a metal ring of gates, and this was going to be the trap to actually trap the Karcher in while I feed it like dead Rexes, or baby dead Rexes, which I am going to kill. I had 1 million of them in my base, so I thought the best idea is I was just going to kill one of the baby T-Rexes and just feed it one of those. And then we can basically just go on a killing spree with it, and we can tame it up. So this was actually the design I went for. You can probably build a much simpler one than this, but it was basically dinosaur gates, and then I was just going to put a few different traps in the middle. So I was basically putting down large bear traps, and this would basically just stun the Karcher in this trap just for a little while, and I could sneak behind it and put the other metal down. But I managed to trap it after a long battle, and I killed a baby T-Rex, and we basically wait for it to sniff. So once it sniffs, it will basically eat the T-Rex, and then you can basically jump on its back, and you can go on a killing spree. It's basically, it allows itself to trust you, and then you tame it by just going on a killing spree. The bigger things you kill while you're on the Karcher, the easiest it'll be. So I basically grab the baby T-Rex, wait till it sniffs, just like so. There we go, and I can basically just drop the T-Rex down like that, and the Karcher will smell it out. So he eats the baby T-Rex, and then I could check, and it has a trust level now. So I destroyed a few dino gates, and I went on a killing spree. We had the taming effectiveness, the taming bar, all the way up now by killing so many creatures, and we came up to the last one, and there we go. We had a Carcharodontosaurus. Hell yeah. We took him back home and realised he had awful stats, I'm not gonna lie. He was only low level though, so I don't really blame it. I just wanted to tame a Karcher, and we were probably gonna have to get a high level one or a high level Giga at some point anyway, so yeah, he don't do like hardly any damage at all. It took like 10 minutes just to kill this one little turtle, but you know, it's the point of having one, right? Yeah. So obviously now we've been breeding so much, I needed to expand it a little bit, and I realised using an egg incubator is going to take a long time to get things going. So I done it the old fashioned way. I got some egg incubators and we went to town. We were going to hatch so many eggs and do it so much faster. Obviously with the nanny now and the hatchery, we was just ready to go. We were going to smash this. So I put up some walls, and then I had a little accident where all the T-Rex escaped, but listen, you don't worry about that bit. And then I changed the walls. And decided to put them too high up as well, and then we could actually use this to level up all our dinos as well, so all our boss T-Rexes and stuff, and we can hatch 1,000,000, and I mean 1,000,000 of baby T-Rexes, and also get stuck in the baby T-Rexes. So yeah, we have, yeah, there you go. We can actually get so many levels like this. I was just sitting there for ages trying to get mutations and different just colours and stuff like that. But to get things going on the boss side of things, we needed some drops. So I was killing some magmasaurs, and wait till you see what happened with this one. Yeet. He just kept flying. He never stopped. There you go. The magmasaur disappeared for the rest of his life. He's gone forever. But yeah, that was the most exciting thing that happened. It had been a few days and I started to get a few, and I mean a few, pretty much all of them, of the best, of the boss T-Rexes done. So obviously we needed saddles for these. I was going to use the organic saddles mod, and look at that green mutation, by the way. Look how sick that is. Yeah, we needed organic saddles for them, so that's what I did. I put on some jungle saddles, so ember saddles, and some arctic saddles. Some of them were ascendant rarity and some of them were just primitive, so, but look how sick they look. They all glow in the dark and everything as well, so looks pretty cool, I can't lie. I went round leveling a few more T-Rexes just like this, and well, yep, just like that. You get so many levels from it, it's ridiculous. But this was our final boss army. Look how sick they all look. It was crazy, and I was super excited to actually get to use them as all. So basically, without actually riding the dino, you don't actually get the buffs on the dino. So it's basically just a saddle that looks cool. So, yeah. Unless you're actually riding it, you don't get the buffs. And we have a wild T-Rex sitting on the house. Don't ask how he got there either, so there you go. So that's what I did. I crowed up all the Rexes and decided to head to the Broodmother terminal. And we killed a little seagull on the way. I hate those things, honestly. So luckily the Broodmother terminal was right across from us. Obviously we can't fly in there, so I had to walk the the thing all the way in there. It was ridiculous. So I had a thought while I was doing this that there are probably going to be some creatures in there. So I threw out one of the T-Rexes and went to town. We only had a little bit of health, and obviously on this jungle saddle you do double damage when you're in the saddle. But I wasn't going to be using the T-Rex anyway, so you basically could just chomp through every single thing. And then I threw them all out, and I basically... there were so many on this terminal, it's ridiculous, and they all look really cool with all the skins and stuff. So some of them just had normal saddles and some of them had the organic saddles. I think there was only 2 that had ascendant organic saddles, so pretty much they were just pretty good general saddles that just look cool. It took a little while to actually heal up all the Rexes. We were literally sitting there for the longest time ever. Now, obviously, the dinos had still not woken up, and obviously they have like 12,000 torpor each. Now, this Metrocanthosaurus actually has a special ability. So when you roar, it actually lowers their torpor by 50, which is kind of crazy. And obviously, we had all the T-Rexes. And this was my live reaction to try and get a UT. Come on, trap. There we go. I didn't even have to do it. There we go. Where's the mods? You've attained a wyvern. What? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on a second. What? He just walked out the... Okay, bro. Let's get a 5k. Right. Bro, he's still attacking it. What? Was he actually small enough to fit through a dinosaur coat? How does that... He just walked straight through it. Right? Are you kidding me? Bro said, nah, legit. What oh, now you're pissed. No? Wait, you running already? Hope you do start running from your tranks. I mean, I think he's stuck. I have no idea what's going on. Hey, Zach, how are you, man? How you doing today? Hell yeah, Zach. He's running. Oh, he's down. There you go. So that's what I did. I got the Uranus and we was nearly ready for the boss fight. I was so excited for this. We managed to get Snow out and we were basically just gonna heal him up and level him up by killing a few of the Rexes as well. Obviously, we was gonna heal up the T-Rexes in the thing, so we obviously needed a Daedon as well. So we went to the snow, grabbed a Daedon and brought it back to the base and knocked it out. I tamed him up and named him Pumbaa, of course, put him into a cryopod and we was ready to go and heal up all the Rexes. And yeah, I had pretty much everything we needed on me already. So I put everything onto the bat and we was ready to go. This was the first boss fight I'd done on this and we're doing it straight on alpha, so I was pretty nervous, I can't lie, but I was super excited as well. So we had everything we needed, we had all the artifacts, all the epic drops and stuff like that, and we was ready. But this is my live reaction, so enjoy. Screw it, we're going in with how many we have. We'll see how this goes. That's right, the day I wouldn't have, it's only low level, it wouldn't have healed anything. Go! Good luck, Rexes! Oh, they do a lot of damage. No, what? It's not doing the courage. Ah, no, we're chilling. That is doing a lot of damage, I can't lie. There we go. Courage roll, we're fine, we're fine. Oh, I don't know if we're going to do this. It's doing so much damage to the Rexes. We're fine. Half health, come on, good damage. No, it's doing good damage, we're doing fine. If we lose a few of the Rexes though, we might be a bit screwed. Come on. No! Oh no! First Rex down. That's fine, it's fine. Just keep you buffing. Oh no, there's another one down. Come on. Oh god, they're gonna be all so low health. No, another one! They're dropping like flies. Not all of them get hit, it's true. Ow, I'm getting hit. Come on. Kill it. Yes. Oh. Hell yeah. Can I just eat the body? Can I not access it to get the element? Taxidermy. Oh, I should have done. Hey, we only lost 3 of them, I think, to be fair. That was actually pretty good. Hopefully, how low were they? That one is still... Oh, that one didn't even go in. Are you kidding me? That one won't even hurt. Oh, that one was... Okay, so the high level saddle ones, we just need to get better saddles, I think. Head-on's like pointless. The great I'll drink to that one. That could have been close though. If that went on for like another like 10 seconds or something, all the Rexes could have died like quite easily. Hell yeah, GG guys, GG. We actually done it now. Holy crap. Now we need to do the Megapithecus. Dang. What tech? We got tech rep. We got Mosasaur's head up. Tech boots. Tech turret. Bellosaurus. Ooh, that's a different one. But yes, that was our first boss completed. Hell yeah. And we done super well, and obviously I had a few things left over, and I realised if I'm gonna store all these boss Rexes, I'm gonna need another cryo fridge. So that's what I did. I went and I made another cryo fridge, and then we headed home and basically just filled the whole fridge with all the Rexes we had left. So this is me putting down a fridge and putting all the boss Rexes and our UT in there as well. Obviously, we do get a trophy for doing the Broodmother, so obviously I had to put it down in my house. How sick does that look? We're going to put all the trophies in this room, and obviously, just look at that. We also get a flag, so I might as well put it out on the balcony, and look, it just adds to the aesthetics of the base. I love it so much. So I realised that I was going to need a lot more resources and a ton more metal if I was going to make any tech stuff in the future. So I really wanted to make the tech replicator. We got a gas bag and we flew him over to a nearby metal deposit I actually never knew was here. And we used the magma sword to get so much metal. It's ridiculous how much metal this thing can gather. After taking our time and gathering so much metal, we had, I think, legit like 20,000 metal on a gas bag. It was kind of ridiculous. And obviously we had a few other things as well, but I took the gas bag home and we put all the metal into our refining forge. So I went up to the top of the map because we were going to go into one of the ice caves. However, I threw out the Bacillo and I kind of may have gone AFK for a tiny amount of time, and well, yeah, that sucks because this happened. We got attacked by so many sharks and an alpha megalodon, and the Maywing tried to jump into the water to save us and got instantly obliterated. So we lost our Maywing, and I threw out Tom, not realising we had a cooldown, so he sunk to the bottom of the ocean. And this whole time I was in a panic and I didn't record it. So I was trying to run away from the alpha megalodon, and this is actually the world border, so we was getting chased and it was doing so much damage to us. We had so low health, I was just trying to heal and get some stamina back. After a little while of cutting it round, trying to get stamina and healing, we actually do a decent amount to this shark now. He was actually getting bloody, and there was other sharks around as well that we killed. There were so many in this area, but we did eventually kill this alpha megalodon, and we got so many levels from it, so it's really good. Eventually, I was able to notice that something was taking damage on the seafloor, so I rushed over to it, and who was it? None other than Tom, getting eaten by a megalodon. So I took quick work on the megalodon and saved Tom's life. And he was actually okay, he just was unconscious, and we had to wait here for a very long time, and there was so many damn sharks, it was getting annoying. Like, there's so much stuff and I didn't want Tom to die, so I had to just murder everything, obviously. After Tom was eventually awake for a little while, we actually finally went into the cave. Well, once this megalodon actually would die, there we go. Tom was actually really good because he doesn't actually get stunned by jellyfish or eels, so he's basically just like the Bacillo and could provide a lot of damage for us, which is going to come in handy because our thing was shredded from killing that megalodon. He had like, I think like 6k health, and we were struggling really bad. So there was a few jellyfish in here, but nothing too bad until we got into like the middle bit. There was a million piranhas, a million jellyfish. Luckily we had Tom to back us up, our valuable electrics, but it was a pretty deadly cave. There was a lot of stuff, I can't lie. And yep, that was it. We managed to get the artifact, just like this. Artifact of the Devourer. This cave was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be, and our Barry nearly died, and so did our Bacillo. But you know what? We survived and we got the artifact. So we start on day 68, and there was a Spino, so I murdered the Spino, and there was a Ferrozino as well, and we needed a Ferrozino claws. So yeah. I ended up at a cave, and this was actually one of the biggest caves with all the loot, and there's Meganora, and more Meganora, and more Meganora, and more Meganora. It was crazy. On day 69 we got our Magnosaur and on our gas bag, and we flew to the Aberration Cave.
Oh my lord!
Yeah, that is a flank chest piece, and a shotgun. Kinda broken, I can't lie. Don't ask me what the gas pack was doing. We just go with it, you know. I don't know. We go back to the base and we build some stone foundations. We should build 12 of them. And you know, I walked out that base and we was actually getting attacked. So I had to deal with this in my own way, obviously. So our Dojo Chris sent him a million miles away, and we done a headshot on a Dillo. So we built a foundation, and we had all the stuff to build a tech replicator. We put our tech replicator down on our foundations and we just let it sit there forever. So basically I was just flying around and I saw there was a wyvern egg, so I went down to check it out on the bat, being invisible. Obviously if you're invisible you can basically just stay down there forever and not get seen. So I had a look around and we actually found another 185 wyvern egg, so I yoinked it. Just like that, we had a million wyverns following us, and would you believe it or not, when you go invisible, they can still see you. So, yeah, that happened.
Damn.
So the wyverns made us a little bit toasty, but you know what? I had to get my revenge, so I ate the hell out of them with a bat. Luckily, the turning radius is so bad that I can actually just fly around with a bat and end their lives. And obviously, there was another one, so I had to kill that one too. I came home and I wanted to hatch wyvern. I saw what colours we had and I was super excited. So, here we go. Would you believe it?
Sup, bro?
We got another one of the Valentine's wyverns. We have 3 of these. I don't understand. I guess I thought I killed it. I don't know. We made a electrical generator, and obviously we had an outlet box to go with it, and we put down an industrial cooker as well. Finally, we can make medical brews. But I had to set up the water system. Don't ask what's going on. But it looked cool, I can't lie. So there we go, we made our medical brews. So many medical brews. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. But we actually needed 2,300 metal to make a long neck. So I don't know, I got the metal, but it took a long time. And when I was AFK, I actually did come off the game and we lost our Flash, Greeny and Delta Dromus.
I love you!
I found our next target, and it was going to be Steinborn. We needed to do one of the mini-bosses if we was actually going to ever complete this 100 days. So I made a load of metal dinosaur gates, and we went down, and we found a level 140 giga. Would you believe it or not? It's kind of crazy. So we set up some gates, set up some traps, and we was ready to take this giga. look at this. We are ready to go. Could you believe it? But I shot so many arrows into this thing. It took a whole day. Of just shooting arrows. It was ridiculous. But eventually I got stuck into a trap. And there we go. I can actually put down the metal dinosaur gate. And he was never going to escape again. And of course, I had to shoot even more arrows. And eventually, this happened. Thank God, finally, we got him down. I think I spent, honestly, like 500 arrows and at least 50 shock and trank darts. So, he had 93,000 torpor. 93! For some reason, the torpor wasn't going down. And I went and got some prime meat. A lot of prime meat. So, I came back to the Giga after a little while. And I noticed...
Gotta know exactly who you are. Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must.
Yep, you see that right. His torpor was already on 10k and it was dropping fast. If I didn't get back in time, he would have woke up. Like, just straight away. Bro, I couldn't believe it. We got there just in time. But it took a little while, so he's eating and we was completely fine. We got enough narcotic and we had enough prime meat. So I just basically had to wait and chill till he woke up. We tamed up our Giga and obviously I didn't want to give him a name yet, so put him in the cryopod and we was going to head home. And obviously if I had to try this Giga out, I did 749 damage. Quite a bit of damage for an unimprinted Giga. So after having fun on my Giga, I decided I was finally going to build a long neck if I actually had the metal. Yeah. I may have forgot, I'm not gonna lie. So I took the gas bag out again to go and get some metal, and well, we had a bit of a rough landing. I haven't used the gas bag in a while, so you know, I got my magnum saw and I went on a metal hunting mission. For some reason the metal just didn't respawn around my base, so I had to go quite far away, and we went to like the starting bit, but we got a ton, and I mean a ton of metal. Listen, I told you I weren't very good on a gas bag. We had a bit of a crash landing, but you know, it's fine, it's fine. And then I eventually put a metal into the forge. And then eventually I was able to make the ascend long neck. This thing has 500%. 500%! 500! 300 actually, I can't read. I'm not gonna lie, I did just sit there and look at it for a little while. This thing costs like my whole house. So much metal. It was like 5,000 metal. Is ridiculous. But what I needed was some biotoxin. And what's the reason I need this? Well, we're going to build some shock and trank darts. A load of shock and trank darts. For some reason, it was stacking them really weird, and it was actually just disappearing. But eventually I figured it out. I don't know. I went to the back cave and I wanted to see what level bats that was going to be. So that's what I did. I got my spyglass out and we was going to check them out. It was level 95 and level 60. And I got the heck out of there, I can't lie. There was nothing I wanted, and I left as fast as... After flying around for a very, very long time, we actually... we found another Giga, finally. And we obviously had our trap that we used to get the Karcher in. Yeah, our Karcher. Do you remember that? Do you remember that from part 2? Well, there we go. We got our Giga and we actually trapped it. There we go. So put one metal gate down. Luckily this thing for some reason was stuck that way, I don't know. But we flew away and we can actually start knocking it out. So I started knocking it out. I got the shock and trank darts that we had, and I realised I had no narcotic. I went to take my Giga and I had no narcotic on me. But I swear I have a few thousand hours in this game, I can't lie, and I still make these mistakes, but eventually we got it trapped again. Somehow I managed to escape, I don't know. It's guess when all the structures and stuff were loading in, I honestly I don't know. But eventually we got it knocked out after only a few trank darts actually. It was only low level Giga, so it kind of made sense, but I did not expect it to be that quick. Even on stream, like everyone was saying like how quick it was. I don't know, just the new long neck is so broken, I can't lie. But now we have our narcotic and we could just wait for it to tame up. So there we go. We have our new level 74 Giga. Now, obviously, if we have the Gigas, you know, we had to breed them. And I was surprised there was an egg already. So I picked it up and let's go. We're going to go hatch it. So first Giga, what are we going to get?
Oh my god.
We got twins. We got twin Gigas. Twins. I can barely take care of one. But what I did is I crowed one up and we were basically just going to wait until it was quite big. We already had another Giga, which I raised. Yeah, cry sickness. That thing is getting on my nerves, I can't lie. I probably should have just turned it off. Later on that day, during the night, I realised I was actually going to need some apex drops. So, what did I do? I went to a cave nearby.
Why, hello there.
I don't know. Listen. So I got a Rex out and we was gonna go explore this cave. There's Megalania and we needed Megalania toxin, I believe it's called. So we just had to murder everything inside. And there was a Megalosaurus. It was a paleo Ark one, so it was a modded creature, a modded version of it. So basically it knocked 2 of them out and then we can basically just tame it. It was pretty easy, pretty straightforward. So I cried them up and we headed home with our Megalania toxin. I made a few more Giga saddles, yep. And then we put it on our twin Gigas. Look how sick they look. I haven't like properly used an imprinted Giga for a while and they do crazy amounts of damage. And it was just going to get even more. But we healed them up using a snow owl. This took a very long time. We flew into the Aberration Cave because this is where the boss summon for the Megapithecus is. And, well, I had to get my Tech Rexes ready. There was obviously very low health from the Broodmother, and we did lose a few of the Rexes too. So I had to get a few more Rexes and a few more saddles, but eventually, well, I feel like if we're going to go kill Steinborn, we would obviously need fur, because we have to go to Jotunheim for that. So we got 1 million fur! I think in total we had 1,200, which is kind of insane. So I made the best set of fur we had, and we went to Jotunheim. Luckily we was on a organic saddles Rex, so the cold wasn't too bad. Yep, so this is the entrance to the Steinborn cave, and I was super excited. So Steinborn is the second mini-boss we need to defeat in order to get the relic from it. Once you get a relic, you can actually summon the Megapithecus. But this is my live reaction, so enjoy. Okay, 2 Gigas. That one does have the saddle. Are we ready for this? Are we ready? Terraria's goated. Hell yeah! Let's go. Ooh. Ooh. Right, we should be fine. But I don't exactly know. Yeah, it's a mod. What dino is that? It's a T-Rex. It's got an organic saddle. Eesh. I mean, they got like 30k health, they should be fine. They don't even look that bloody, to be fair. Ooh. Ooh, that does so much damage. True, but I wouldn't have been able to survive on a Yeti. It would have been too cold. Oh, come on, he's nearly dead. He's actually nearly dead. Come on, it's so low health. Don't enrage. Come on, yeah, we've got it. Come on, kill it. That Giga is so close to dying. Hell yes. We've done it. Woof. How low was the Giga? Oh my god.
Damn.
Oh, we got oh, okay, I'll take that. That Giga was so close to dying. That was ridiculous. So was this one. That was Steinborn, and now we was ready to fight the Megapithecus. Oh, I was so excited. Our second boss. Obviously, I wanted to make the Ascendant shotgun that we had, and we had to make some shotgun ammo for it as well. But we flew back to our cave, and we was ready to fight the Megapithecus. Have you subscribed? Well, I just wanted to say thank you to every single person who likes, comments and subscribe to my channel, and obviously everyone who comes to watch the live streams as well. But let's get straight back to the video. Where's my user? Artifact to the Brute. Are you ready? Here we go. Hopefully they will come in with us. I think they should all be close enough in the arena bit, so let's go, we're doing it. Let's do it. Woo! Are they all gonna make it? They should all make it, hopefully. Yeah, they should be fine. Okay, okay. You're somehow making me nervous, I'm not even playing. Let's do it, let's go, we got this. 13 seconds and we're getting in. That's what I was saying, I was like, what? That's what the egg. Let's go, let's go. Where's the YouTube? Alright, follow me up this way, come on. What is even going on? Ooh, that does a lot of damage though. Right, courage roar, go! Oh, this thing's going down like hell! Holy crap! Yeah, we should be chilling. For Pumbaa! Hell yeah, we're doing it for Pumbaa. They are taking quite a bit of damage, but we should be fine. As long as I can keep up the courage roars. I didn't even need the shotgun to be better. Right, yeah, this thing's going down. Is this alpha? This is alpha. This thing's getting destroyed. Our Rex is doing so much damage. I didn't think it'd be this easy. Megapithecus is easier than a Brood Mob, 100%. Wow, that was... She only dropped behind it. Yeah, I know, there's so many... It spawns so many creatures in, but... Oh, that was a lot simpler than I thought. Holy... I don't even think that was that damage, to be fair. But we've got enough element now. I might be able to make a few things with element. That was so much easier than the Brood. That was actually so much easier than the Brood. I didn't think it would be that simple. that was easy as hell. Okay, well, there we go. We actually beat the Megapithecus like straight away. Now I just got like, to be fair, I'm just gonna leave these all here. They should be fine. So that was a Megapithecus, and now I needed to scout out the dragon. So I needed to go find the spawning place where you'd actually spawn a dragon, and I need to find out what actually we would need to spawn it. Where do I even start? There's so much stuff, but well, what we did is I was actually missing one or two of the artifacts. So there was a cave in here, and I took the Giga in first, but it's on low health from Steinborn still. So I came back on a Rex, and the artifact had actually spawned then. So we had the artifact of the immune, and we needed one more artifact for the dragon fight. So we came over here, and the T-Rex yeeted a Paleo straight into a bat, and it knocked us off. The bat was getting eaten by this bear and was getting chased around, but luckily the bat did survive, so we were chilling. At this point I didn't even know what to say. I just hate Palovias. Why do they exist? But eventually we made our way further into the cave. I took the bat, we got a new loot drop, and eventually we would end up at the artifact. So this was the artifact of the Skylord, and we basically collected every single artifact that we needed. So what did we do? We was going to go to Asgard. Now, the reason we go to Asgard is we needed to defeat another mini-boss. So this is Haiti and Skull. The Gigas had re-healed, and we had one of our Tech Rexes, and, well, I'll let you watch this part of the boss. Alright, let's go. Why is there a tree in the way? Oh, what the hell? These things go down like hell. Cobra! Ow, what the hell? This thing does damage. Okay, well, I'm stuck. Oh, I think I'm still attacking it, to be fair. Screw it, I just attack both while we can. Ooh, that hurts. Haiti has 250k health. I see. Right, one's been Skull's been defeated. We can kill Haiti. I sat with my cat and he looks huge. Hell yeah. This T-Rex is just taking it. He's got 8. He's taking 8 health per hit. Is there a new map? Not yet. It's just FJORDUR. Hell yeah. There we go. We got gas bag saddle and flak boots. Hey, that's pretty good though. I need the taxidermy, don't I? Can I get off him? Well, there's a skull and there we go, Haiti. Oh, that was pretty simple. I can't lie. So that was Skull and Haiti, our mini bosses that we needed to kill for the dragon. So we put our dermises into these things, and oh my god, does that look sick! Come on, you have to admit that looks sick. We probably will replace Baylor at some point, but to summon the dragon, we'd obviously going to need a load of apex drops. So we found this creature, Brachyenius, I think it was called. I did not want to go near it, so there was a lot of sharks as well, and well, I had to just sit there and murder sharks. They do a ton of damage if there's a load of them. But eventually we got on our Basilo and we worked our way down to the underwater. It's just like an underwater cave, but it's huge, and this is where all the mosasaurs, Tusos and everything big spawns. Oh hell no! So we started getting radiated and I was like, nope, not dealing with that. And then there was a mosasaur. And then there was another mosasaur. So we killed that mosasaur. And then there was another mosasaur. Bro, there were so many mosasaurs in this place, it was awful. Our Basilo, it was taking damage as well because it was in low depths. We eventually found a Tuso and a few more mosasaurs, I can't lie. I was fighting the mosasaur for such a long time, so I said, screw that, I'm not dealing with that. I ran away so quickly, it was awful. One of our Basilos was getting eaten to death as well, and it didn't help. There was a Tuso and another mosasaur just getting buffed by it. So I was just trying to dodge it everywhere I can, and eventually found this little cave that none of the things could enter. So we had our Basilo up here, and this was actually our third or fourth one. Some of them died, but it was completely fine, and we got all the Tuso tentacles we actually needed. I went around getting some more after these Highland cows could actually want all their pets. We got some T-Rex arms, and we went and hunted some Basilos for their Basilo blubber. So as I was sitting around killing the Basilos, there was actually a Field Hawk. Bro, this thing took actually forever to tame, but we eventually got it, and we had a new little Field Hawk pet now. So obviously I use the otter quite a lot because this map is absolutely freezing, but obviously we had our Field Hawk now. So we called him Falcone, and he was one of our new little pets we had in our base, which is pretty cool. Day 79, we threw out most of our T-Rexes, and we got them basically all the way up, all healed up, and we were basically just chilling. We had so many Rexes, and I was going to add a few more by the time we do the dragon. So one of the last apex drops we need was a Giga. When I tell you this thing does not want to die, eventually I just done this.
Hello, what you doing?
Okay.
We had our final apex drop we needed, and we had our Giga Heart. We already had one, but the second one was pretty easy to get. Well, it wasn't easy at all. This thing took forever to kill. I probably should have used a shotgun to begin with, but eventually we had a whole Rex army. I added a few more Rexes, and we was ready to go and do the dragon on Alpha. Where is the Tyrannus actually? It's over here. Alright, I need to focus. We have 15 viewers! I know, it's crazy. Where is the dragon? Ooh, up there. They're all gonna get stuck on me, aren't they? Come on, dragon. Are you ready? Come this way. Is he actually gonna come down? Should I just start shooting him? Ooh. That's a fireball. That hurt a lot. That's gonna hurt a lot. Ooh. Is this dragon gonna land? There we go. Oh, you landed? Go, go, go. Go, take the boss. No, not me. Oh, they all just fell in the lava. Are you kidding me? Bro. Oh my god. Screw it. Oh, this has got awful. Get out of the lava. We're actually not doing that bad damage though. It's fine. That Rex is on me, but we should be fine. Ooh. Fine, we're fine. We're fine. I'm sorry if I'm not talking, but it's very stressful. We're fine. The Rex is just dying. We're fine. We got this. Keep going. We believe. I think it might actually start. That's going to do a lot of damage. Ooh, no, that's not good. That's not good at all. I need to get closer to the roar. Ooh. Come this way. Everyone follow me. Go. Oh god. Go. Oh god. They're taking so much damage. Oh no! We're fine. Come on, we got this. No, whistle. Attack that one. Attack the boss. Attack the boss. I mean, they're fine. It's fine. They're doing damage at least. We should be fine. Come on, he's nearly dead. Come on. Ooh, come on. Yes! Hell yes. Holy crap. Holy crap. Jesus. We done it though. I did bring a taxidermy, I did. We're good. Not gonna lie, when they first started and they all just ran into the lava, my heart sank. But we done it. Well done everyone. With the way we got it, we did it. How much element we have? You need a new Boris. Is Kiwi okay? Did Kiwi survive? I think Kiwi survived. Miguel, Strillo, Callum, Kerry. Boris, Blue, Barry, and Male Zero. So only 4 died. That's not bad. That's not bad to be fair. That was our dragon fight, and it actually went okay. Like, we lost a few of the Rexes, and they were quite good Rexes, I can't lie. So I had to already get another Rex army together. We teleported our old Rexes, and they're quite low health, and we teleported them into some shadow mains. So it was pretty dangerous, but we managed to survive, and I took all the T-Rexes we had over to our Fenrir boss summon area. Oof. This was going to be the last boss of the whole 100 days, and I was super excited. But first I went back home and we made a tech generator. I don't even know why I built this, but we're gonna go and do Fenrir. Items. I mean, it's not the items I'm worried about. It's the saddles, which is gonna be the main thing. Okay, we ready? We're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go for it. Right, Broodmother trophy can go in. Alpha Megapithecus trophy can go in. Alpha Dragon trophy can go in. Let's drink some water. I don't think I need anything else. Oh. Okay, we're good, we got this, Future 100 days, hell yeah. Let's go, we got this. Taxidermy, 100%, taxidermy is the most important thing. Screw it, we're gonna get on this guy. Let's go. Whew. Are you ready? You follow me? No. Oh, here they come. Whew. Here we go. Ooh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. I killed one Fenrir. We're fine. Whew. We just gotta look out for the alpha, the wolf thing. I'm frozen, but it should be completely fine. It's so nerve-wracking, I can't lie. He's gonna freeze. Right, there's the wolf, that's fine. That's fine. I don't want to get too close. We're doing actually okay damage. I don't know how long the Rexes are gonna last, that's the problem. Ooh, that does so much damage. We have to eat. I think the unit's just gonna die, I'll be honest. I don't know if we're gonna do this. He's doing fine, he's doing fine. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there goes the Yeti. Oh god, that's not good at all. We got this. Some of the Rexes should be able to survive a decent amount of damage. Decent damage though, we're still doing decent damage. We're still doing fine. As long as some of the Rexes keep surviving, we should be okay. As I say that, Callum, no. I think Callum had an Ascendant Saddle as well. That's not good. Kiwi, no. Oh god. It's fine. We're doing fine. The Rexes. I think we might be a bit screwed. Why you poop now? It's not time to poop. Rip to the battle. If I get hit by the wolf, I'm just going to die, that's the problem. So we just need to kite these wolves around, basically. We're fine. As long as some of the Rexes survive. Whew. There's another wolf, another Fenrir. They're still surviving. We got frozen. Oh, we're out of stamina. Oh god, okay, I need to kill these. These keys bad. Ooh, it's fine. This Rex should be able to take a decent amount of damage. Come on. Oh yes, we dodged it. Come on. Could have dodged, yeah. Come on, please. Come on, we can kill these. Don't die now. He's dead. Surely. We're fine. Thank you for following me, Doodler. Come on, die, come on, this is it, die, what, yes, we did it, we actually done it everyone, there's a Fenrir, that's the 500 element, and then look how many bags there are. Holy crap! What are those Rexes? They have saddles. They have organic saddles. And I wasn't Harry. I was on your Rex. Holy crap! Did you win? I did win. We got Fenrir. We got 500 element, a Fenrir trophy, and we got Mjolnir skin as well. Or Mjolnir. How do you say it? Mjolnir. I can't say it. My heart, my heart. Oof. Oof. Well, we done it. Everyone, we actually done it. We actually done it though, huh? That was a long time coming, but at least we done it. We managed to do it, so. Boom. Ooh. Does he have a saddle? Oh, that's sick. That's sick. Oh, he looks so cool. I can't lie. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. The, let's have a look actually what the, what creatures died. Where's it in the tribe log? Okay, so Sippy, the Yeti, Callum, Kiwi, Strillo, Levi, Rexy, and just another tech wreck. What ability is it? How do you do it? That one. What the hell? Oh, that's so sick. Does he do a lot of damage? What level is he? 225. Decent stats. What do you name your Yeti? We didn't even name the Yeti, it just died. Kerry survived, 100%. Rip Kiwi, it's true, it's true. Listen, they'll always be known in 100 days, you know. When it'll be on YouTube, you can go back and you can watch it, or doesn't it? So that is actually part 3 of the 100 days, fully completed. It was a very long process. No, but I enjoyed every single second of it, and I actually did get quite emotional in the end, I can't lie. We done it, we killed every single boss on the FJORDUR map, and I'm ready for the next 100 days. But there's eventually going to be a full-length video of every single part altogether, coming in a few days. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.